That's from me. I can see the light that's not there. Look at him. Go on. Go get him. Sorry, guys.
All right. Page of silver. Thank you.
Your beast fully masked or just frontal?
What?
Your beast is like fully masked or frontal?
I need locked and loaded.
Oh, you
It
You want?
only if we in its eyes or
Oh, how it
No, it's gaze.
Okay,
It's
okay.
gaze. Burns shit.
Okay, so we'll try and like check an idea. Like we'll try and like connect with the beast.
But it targets.
Good question. We'll have to get into that.
Okay.
Nature or animal typically. But once a cannibal pest typically imprints, it doesn't like
It recharges 5 to 6
Well,
turns. So
oh,
I get
okay.
one.
Could I not do
The stench. I forgot about the stench. Sorry.
prestidigitation?
Prestidigitation.
Yeah, to give it its favorite fruit or favorite food.
Mm,
I can put anything in my
No,
mouth
this is
and
mine.
make it
This is
taste.
mine. Get your own.
the fact
Yeah,
is,
but I just wanted to
so
like.
I want to make
so
the
it
point.
doesn't-
I want to make the point.
Yeah.
This thing.
I'm not
didn't-
going to take over. I just wanted to like.
So as I was saying, this thing didn't imprint or bond with him until he saved its life. Until he saved its life, and at that point, that was when I decided, this guy's not half bad. Gave you the big lick of love that every animal gives at the end of the movie. And all the drool and sticky phlegm stuck to your face.
Everyone cries.
Yeah, exactly.
No sloth, but it'll do. From the
Uh,
beginning.
I think I've got everything. So on that note, welcome back everybody to another exciting episode of Farsi's Contracts, the campaign that takes our intrepid mercenaries across the wastes in various forms and times. Today we would be joined on the third installment of the story of the Farfetcher family when they first arrived in the Farseas ever so long ago. And with that, who would care to regale what happened last session on Farsi's Contracts?
Oh shit!
You did a really
I
good.
thought shit.
He died for a minute, and I was like, "Fuck, you died!" And I huffed my health potion at him. The only one, because I didn't buy any more because I'm an idiot. So nobody died again, because we'll be
No
fucked.
notes,
I have only 8 lives remaining.
Oh, wait, that's true. This clerics get that one life for resurrected. That's 9 grand if you run out of all lives. I mean, shit.
Worth it. You can't put the price online,
No, it's true.
except for like China.
It is true. Also, just back up over that several times again. As it were, though. Anything else? What else?
I honestly, I don't have my book. I didn't go over my notes.
She did some
So
magical
sorry.
stuff. She made some illusions. She like jumped on and off the boat. She blew up a building. I don't know what you want.
All true.
Oh, we didn't get XP at the end of last
That is
Yes. Everyone takes 5 for XP.
Are you doing milestones or
time.
anything?
500,000 XP?
He said
Oh my
50.
goodness. How many do I get?
It's 32. And, it should be pretty short. It's sort of.
Yeah.
Is that a
And
fruit bar?
this can go
Oh,
away. As we now have.
Rebecca. Is that a fruit bar? Those are made here.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, sometimes it's made. Oh, it's right on.
No, I know it's
right
true.
on-
But I didn't know the fruit bars manufactured. That's cool.
Did they actually move them? I don't remember.
They might have.
Yeah, I think they did. But
They were made here.
Okay.
This guy's swooping him. He's in the ocean dying.
That's
Swamping.
your level,
He's
Mike.
in the swamp dying. You're alive now? They give you good health.
I'm alive on a boat.
Yeah.
We're waiting for
Everyone,
this.
last I checked, everybody climbed back on the boat.
Yeah, because we were shooting it just now.
Yeah, I'm on my hippo. I mean, my catapult bliss.
And I
Waiting for
don't
this.
have any skills.
MP
I think
MP
so.
is currently Yeah.
Skills.
Yes.
Do I have I had enough time to manifest that?
not at the
An
moment.
hour?
You're
You
gonna
need
need an hour
gold
to do it.
and stuff too.
So you
You
got-
got gold and shit. Gold?
No.
What isn't?
Doesn't require. Oh, one of the versions of the ritual does just It does take Icar.
I'm a shit.
I know Riley had to get stuff with his.
Yeah, it was
I'm
Icar
a
in
shit.
the original.
But yeah, I'm just sitting on my El Chapo waiting for this guy to come into El Chapo with his ass.
That's right.
You should be pretty hit. That thing's not be. It's been hit quite a bit because the ballista
Oh, no,
hit.
he's
I've tried
gone.
it.
No, this-
He's sad. Saying it takes him. Oh, sorry.
Wait, nobody said this guy yet.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I do?
She
Oh,
shot,
yeah, you-
she shot
you-
with the
you-
ballista.
Yeah, shot 45 damage recorded.
Did I do hacks on it?
I
I should have.
I know you did. I remember you did hex at some point.
Yeah.
It was on one of the fish dudes. 'Cause
Okay,
you died
so-
soon after, and then you didn't re-up it. This guy's fresh. Like
Well-
this guy got drive-by, and he's got 45 damage. But I don't
But I
think
can pass hacks onto each character.
And you're pop shot.
Yeah, I'm
right?
trying to remember why you
Yeah, I've been shooting.
did it. I can't
He
remember.
was shooting him from like a mile away.
Yeah,
Right.
no, I remember. That's why he's got 45 damage. I'm trying to remember.
Or
What
if
She was
you
down.
was the no.
I don't think you had hex on that one yet. No.
But-
What's the range of your
was-
hex?
Hex goes to any character.
Right, but is it line of sight or does it say like 5
No,
feet? 60
no.
feet?
Hex is any
Whatever you can
character.
say. Okay, line of sight.
Any character. Once I kill someone, like say I killed this guy, I can move my hex to this guy or this guy or this guy or
There's
that
no
guy.
quick look.
And then it's an actual 1d6.
Yeah. Let's see here. It's got a range of 90 feet. Okay. So that's the scope. She's out of
Wait,
range.
actually,
Range of 90 feet. You can see 1d6 necrotic, and you can up it when you fire it up at higher explosives. Sorry, getting back to it. Was there any other details from last session that anybody wishes to review?
I have held my action, and I am waiting for that motherfucker to be within 30 feet of me. That's it. That's all I want to
Okay.
regale.
All right.
Because
You held your action. That's the detail from last
I
session.
use my bonus action to revive him. So I still have my action, and wherever we are in this thing, I remember that.
alright. Cool.
So if you remember when we finished off, there was a fireball that exploded across the deck of the ship. So the deck of the ship is now currently lit up and on fire. And
Fireball or
the border Farfetcher, yes. Border Farfetcher, who unfortunately passed away.
How's the ship on fire?
Fireball.
From him? He just shot it down?
I shot it last session, if you recall.
No.
I'm pretty sure I would have written
A fireball?
Where's my
You guys,
Where's my dad?
what?
Where's my dad?
Oh, he
Oh, yeah, he got it.
I'm good.
Fireball. It wiped out him and Border Farfetcher, the other boy, is also passed. Yeah.
Is that why he died too?
You good?
I believe no. He fell into it. He got hit in the water.
No,
Sorry, that's really
That's why
sorry.
I left.
It's fine. It's fine. There was a lot going on. And I mean, that was roses. So,
Thank you.
no, it's fine. I mean, that was my fault. I drank. I got. So,
that too. I did have a few shots.
oh, you did actually. Yeah. With that all said, okay.
That's even black.
So
Okay, so was it, sorry, sorry
Right,
guys,
right.
did I cannonball or fireball off the boat?
you cannonballed into the water, and
Okay.
then with your.
Did I collect everything on my way?
No, you were just in the water for the moment, and then you got back up on the surface.
Do we have a bag of holding?
Between you all, I think yeah.
That's, yeah.
Quickly, you gotta fill it with water and dump it.
Ooh,
Not bad. That's good thinking.
that's a good idea. I can hear you. As I'm hanging off the boat.
Well, you're on the
No,
deck. And the place just got lit up with a giant conflagration. I don't want to have to light the boat on fire.
Okay.
Don't make me light the boat on fire.
How do I save my dad?
So he
I
is
flooded.
going to need a priest.
I just flooded
Yeah,
everything.
so you have 10
As
feet.
I'm holding over here.
So you no, he's an NPC. So you've got 10 by 10 worth of water. So that's your turn. You're going to be collecting water for that. I'll let you scoop it all up in one turn, but you're down in the water.
10 by 10 is a big holding.
Yeah, 10 foot by 10 foot.
Yeah.
I thought it was infinite.
Infinite within 10 feet by 10 feet.
Yep.
You're saying that
Did you not read the little blurb? It says
No,
on
I
it
just-
it says it on your phone how big the space holds.
Thank you.
But if you just pour it out on the deck,
It's so much more fun when you're
I'm not being a dick. I'm just saying it tells you what it is on the phone. The
Okay.
spells are on the phone.
Yeah.
Gus, Gus, Gears.
Honestly, I'm so sorry. I thought I was gonna have big folders.
Honestly, I thought so too.
So 10 by 10. But okay, so could I get like a million bajillion?
Read it.
Yeah,
It'll
so,
tell you exactly what you can do.
every bag of holding, the interior of it is a 10 foot by 10 foot space. So it's 100 square feet.
I'm talking fit infinite amount of things that are 10 by 10.
I mean, one 10 by 10 thing, yeah, technically, because that's the point of having a 10 foot by 10 foot space. You have a 10 by 10 storage space. So anything that's 10 by 10, you can technically fit.
So that takes up the whole thing then, if I have a 10 by 10.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
also have to remember it's
So I
kind
can
of
only
like
so I can-
a small opening. But it's,
Yeah, that's the other thing.
I thought the bank holding though that.
So the opening on a bag of holding is like a big garbage bag out of leather. And this is
And then
kind
if
of
you
the
tear
part-
it, it explodes.
This is the opening. This is the opening on your bag of holding. But yeah, guys,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
4x4 like this.
How could you fit it 10 by 10?
You don't. That's kind of the unfortunate part.
you
So
can fit multiple small things.
that's but yeah, you can fill up the bag with the water in one go. Doesn't weigh anything. You can get it back on the deck and dump it out next turn and douse the flames. As a result, if that's your turn,
Could I?
Think like Santa Claus.
Was I resting at all?
no, this
No?
is immediately
Okay.
following up the next day. Yeah, it's all that.
This is continuing.
And then I
Indeed.
action move. I can
Whose turn
bolt
is it?
over
Yeah,
here.
we'll get there in a second. We're still figuring that out. I'm just wrapping up. If anybody has anything else to say about last session,
It's
Well,
no.
I thought we were starting a new session.
well, yeah, we'll
Yeah,
just
I'm
recap the
saying-
last session.
You are where you
But-
were. This is the same game.
But the bag of holding thing, that's a new move,
Mhm.
right?
That's what you need to do right away.
Yeah, that's what we just did. Saying I can now bolt over
True.
here and hide.
So we're gonna do initiative in
Are you
3, 2,
first?
1. Was
Well,
there anything
I-
else?
We're just gonna use
We
the
just-
same initiative before.
No, I'm gonna reroll it.
What?
Why? You guys do the old initiative?
We've been waiting.
I got the old initiative.
Can do on your turn. But we're
Yeah.
doing initiative first.
Oh.
Well, we're figuring that out. I mean, do we want to stick with the old initiative?
I'm cool sticking with it. I held my turn. It was this dude's turn. I was waiting for him to swoop in
Yeah,
and
yeah.
give me Catapult.
All
I'm
right.
pretty sure we left on him.
Yep.
We left on him.
100%.
And I'm waiting on, I held my action to attack him with my Catapult. So I'd like to keep going the way we were to maintain structural story integrity.
Integrity. That
There you go. We're great.
perfectly fantastic.
Not yet. Okay. Alright. As soon as it's your turn.
Okay.
And on that bombshell,
You're
Temple was just not good.
And no trees.
Omega 3s, so I'm gonna go.
Oh.
back.
Food.
Yeah. And then there's
So-
like,
Action channel.
she just gets like out of commission. It's like,
There we go. Yeah. Tactical top
I
down
want to see
you.
anybody with.
Finally, last detail is, of course.
Well, I also heard like eating a steak on the first day of your cycle, like really just.
A
making
steak?
everything- Yeah.
A huge thing to look into is your blood type. Like, yeah, your blood type. Really,
Do most natives typically have a single blood type?
I can't answer that, but
You native?
actually,
You said most natives.
no, I'm not. That's actually. Do you think like
Right.
a lot of races like
Would be
in
one
like a
blood type.
similar culture
Yeah.
where they have the same
So
sort
if
of
you
blood
find
type?
if you find an like untouched
Right.
Amazonian tribe,
Yeah, where
then
they
all
have
speak
all
the
the same
same.
thing. Well, like a lot of that, yeah, very American people have the trait for sickle cell disease, so it could be the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, for race. Common to other persons.
Yeah.
Great. Yeah, my girlfriend, she said that your blood type changes. It's a game changer. That's when you I just do love that. Anyways,
Everybody can make me another deck save. That bitch flies in.
that's it. Okay, guys.
Dodge.
No. I need. Got a good old like.
16. Oh wait. And I assume my hip last made one too.
It's gonna be 14 of that, or 15 of that.
17, maybe.
Since I'm riding my hippo, do we deck save together?
No. Actually, you, yes. Sorry, if you're riding it, yes, you do.
Thank you, Adam.
I'm pretty solid on
That was fun. And 10, 14, 16, 21, 22, 25, 31, 34, 40.
What?
So if you made the save, half of 40. If you didn't, you take 41 save.
I think we're all dead.
Yeah, I'm dead.
I'm dead.
Yep.
That's like a party wipe.
Yeah, it probably is.
So is that the end of this campaign? Or are we gonna do?
No, but it is unconscious.
I am. How much is it? 40?
Or
3 points! Fuck yeah, I'm alive.
are you?
I missed it.
So,
Did you take no damage last turn?
oh no, you would have taken damage from. No, she has resistance to it naturally, so she's taking half of that when she saves and half of that to it. That's why.
Wait, no. What did I take last?
Yeah, because I remember this from last session because I rolled the damage and then everyone rolled their saves.
Fuck,
You
see, I
took
don't have my book.
That's fair.
Oh.
Okay, so I went
if I'm raged, do I take half?
Okay, so I went
it's
from
flaming
40
damage, so you
to
don't take half from that.
21.
You take full damage unless you save on the fire damage.
I did.
It's physical damage that
So
works.
it's 21.
So it's 20 damage.
And
If you made the save, yeah.
I thought you said 40 damage.
Trying to see if I have any.
Well, he made the save, so he's 20 damage, and you have a resistance to fire naturally, so you're actually taking
So
20
I
as
get to
opposed to
save?
40. But you had damage from last session.
Yeah.
So are you saying after this damage?
I'm
or
at 21 right now.
like after this damage? After this.
No, currently,
Okay,
and then
and then 20 damage, so you're down. Well,
So I'm
actually,
at one.
did you make your save, sorry? No, you didn't make your save, right? So you take 20 damage, you're at 1 hit. So that's that, and then you're unconscious, and is Percival unconscious?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, no worries.
okay.
You watch as the explosion takes place all around you. Your skin burns hot against the terrible conflagration that erupts across the deck of the ship as the whole of it explodes. And you watch as the pieces of the poor border Farfetcher is exploded away into flaming giblets of barbecue into the swamp. the terrible nature of the exotic and dangerous expanse comes to fruition as the whole of the ship blasts
I
apart.
was thinking the Black Viper.
Oh yeah,
It's a.
it's now going down. Actually, it's a swamp, so it's like that. And it's over. Meanwhile, Cataclysmus lands in the swamp and takes the 20 damage.
I lost his health. So.
Just look it up.
No, I had it written down because I was tracking his health. He was
Oh.
taking damage, right?
As you guys are situated in the swamp, as it were, yourself, do you get up out of the swamp? Or do you let yourself sink in? Do you take cover?
Oh no, I bolt. I'm sorry, Misty said to around the corner, and I
That's fine.
started, like.
You'll take cover there?
For me. I would like to try and save her.
That's fine.
It's hard to put here. Yeah, I'm just gonna stay hidden.
You hear the cackling of the woman for a brief moment amidst the screams of her Wyvern before the flaps take hold on the air. And a moment later, satisfied that she has destroyed her opposition, she flies away. A lot of you sit floating in space for however long that you might, as you situate yourself under cover, doing your best to recover your heart rate and whatever sanity you might have left after that moment.
Oh god.
Each of you has a strange dream, I imagine. Little hands pulling you from the muck and the mire,
Getting tugged on by some little hands.
as one after the next, you find yourselves awakening as you watch the catapultus mawing away on some nearby flora. The various members of the swamp see to the rescue of your friends.
I'm laying in the dirt. Songbirds calling on my friends. Just started singing.
As you're situated there, you hear a strange whisper against the air around you, and for a moment it sounds like a very intense hiss of a snake, just resting on the air against the edge of your consciousness as you're humming to yourself. You hear a voice simply ask, "What song is it you play, child?" As you look around yourself for a brief moment, you don't see anyone nearby. As each of you opens your eyes with a flutter, you see the silhouette of a gigantic thing as such, simply situated staring down at your companion.
Me
At the moment-
in the dirt.
And a moment later, it's gone as this one looks down into your face and says, "Oh, wait, I don't. No, you're gonna be okay. Woman. And then gives you like a little smear of some foliage that stinks of papaya and poops. You're not quite sure where it lies in the middle there, but it's definitely in the
Orange
middle.
and brown.
And then you get a little stroke of that, wakes you right up. It's a version of smelling salts on your forehead.
Okay, so.
Each of you gets a little stroke as such, and I want to say you immediately recover. We'll go like this.
Ooh.
That's a simple 11 hit points off the hop. Get it? They're grown. Meanwhile, yourself, as you're staring upon all this, you hear this voice speaking to you, asking you, "What is that song you're humming?" Do you answer it? You don't see the source of it.
Started singing, not knowing what it was. Calling on my friends. Yeah, and I'm singing it wrong. What it was. Still continue singing it forever. Song that goes on and on.
The song that never ends.
Yeah. There we go. I slam chops.
My friends.
It was lamb chops.
There's the lovely song. The lovely show.
Just
But-
worst song.
Dumbastra.
Horrible joke.
This magic snake that you have no idea about whatsoever.
Did I just pass
As
it?
you look up towards where the voice might be coming from, you sense like a sort of silhouette,
Mhm.
and you see the ripple, like heat in the air.
Yeah.
But in any event, like I say, you guys see it for a brief second as it's situated,
What?
Can I jump on
curling
his back?
around and staring into her face.
Can I just blast him right now?
No.
You don't see anything to blast necessarily, but as it retracts away from your guys' vision,
Oh, with her, I want to jump on.
well, you're just coming to.
I know.
And then when you come to, I want to say, it shimmers out of your character's sight altogether.
Can I smell him?
You smell papaya nips
On my face.
on your face. It's like one surface.
I clean myself.
Wonderful.
I clean myself. I clean myself.
I own the poop now. Anyway,
I clean myself up.
you do so. You take it off. Grab some good clean mud. Later it's gone.
While I'm cleaning up, I like look around right. Oh, I saw a snake. I smell him.
You look over towards, and all you see is Suki herself looking around, a bit confused, definitely disheveled from the sinking black viper sitting in the tars.
The Grum saved us.
As you look at your grung saviors, each of them, various colors as they are, look up towards you and assemble themselves in line.
How many other?
There are the three that you can see here, but what's more is the one, orange one, taps his staff and then points up towards the ridge, where you see this fellow walk up onto the stump.
Ninja Turtle.
A moment later, another turtle, as it were,
What?
shows up.
Another
The one-
guy.
The one jumps out and lands in the front. Each of them just stare at you as they regard you and seem to just sample what you might be. Do you say anything? Do you do anything? They look
Yeah,
well
yeah.
armed. They look well trained. They look well muscled, and they look well battled with scars and bruises.
Sorry, is my hex
I want to jump up.
Stern. They look stern.
Is my hex stressful? It's weird.
I mean, it's a bit late to do that at this point. You can just
Okay.
cast it.
So I'm going to cast. I only get
I'm gonna.
Oh, it is? Oh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like jump up onto the bottom of the bush because he's at the top of it.
So you're
There.
you're gonna jump to here,
Just a little bit further up on that same
like
bush,
this then,
but on the bush.
on the bush.
Yeah, because you can.
Okay, fair. You ferrule your way up onto the brambles without too
Right.
much difficulty.
I
You
just-
wince a bit as your frog companion sits on your shoulder, giving a somewhat relaxing burr.
Yeah.
Burr.
And I look up at the new Ninja Turtles and say, I saw you earlier on the shore. What business do you have here?
They each look at each other, and then the one steps forward as this one says, "We gotta ask the questions around here."
Guy. So when
I'm not gonna curse it. No. He says, "We're going to ask the questions around here."
So
He says this in perfect common, I want to say.
Should I just whip out Dick's out right now?
He looks down towards where his might be and then he says, "If I didn't have a cloaca." Do you know what a cloaca is, cat?
I am only for such a word something. Do you live with?
Who are you? You,
I am Percival Shuttle, formerly the captain of the ship.
this one steps forward. They seem friendly. I think we can trust them. As he looks upon you guys,
We were attacked by that creature. What was it?
that is Lafior. She's a protector of the swamp, she says. But you can see she's
Seems like another bit thing.
she doesn't really consult or ask questions. Kind of a shoot first and leave kind of person.
you
Doesn't
not
work well.
even mourn your father for a moment, eh? You're like right to the turtles. Fuck your
I
dad.
haven't had time.
I ain't got time to mourn. Okay.
He went in the water, but also did
His body
Yeah.
floated away. No time.
In this time, he's probably 50 miles down.
As each of these guys, the four of them, say, "We've been working to protect this river. And the people of Silverpool, along with the other drovers, they've been helping us with just trade, foodstuffs. There's been a lot of work with the humans coming into the swamp, and it's been odd. But the one with the flower for a logo, he seems legit." As the two of these guys look amongst each other, and this one kind of walks off. This one stands over here and scouts down towards El Chapo.
I'm
As-
comforting El Chapo. Now that I'm up, I'm sorry. That's what I was trying.
Sounds good.
And also, when I rage, I fill up big. And when that blue guy mentioned we seem friendly, I rage and I show my size. I'm like already Goliath, so I increase 5 feet.
Yeah, okay,
And
so
then-
you do the large size.
Yeah, I did do that, and then so I do that in solidarity of I'm also a warrior. We are here together to support you, and I rage and just use one of my because I feel like we're gonna be able to
That's
rescue
right.
in an act of solidarity, not anger, but I'm mad at the people to be mad at. I'm with you,
I get it.
and I comfort my hit.
I asked him also if you happen to have seen Alex' body.
As
Trying to watch
He
them?
was thrown from the ship.
Oh, sorry, you're trying to talk to
He is
them?
talking to them.
Yeah.
He's
Oh,
like,
okay.
That's what I'm saying.
as you do it, this one says, I like that. This one says, Mike doesn't always make right. I said I wasn't going to impersonate them, but what can I do? So anyway, not Leonardo, who you haven't actually got his name yet, looks towards you and says, I'm sorry about your ship. Chances are it can be salvaged. The Siskel, they run all sorts of drags through the rivers, but you're not, well, I mean, you're a cat, so I don't know that they'll help you, but, or if they do want help from the Siskel. He kind of looks at you for a second. This one looks over. Does he even know who the Siskel are? Now we're just going to lean right into it. He looks around at either of you. Did we establish if any of you know who the Siskel are? You throw history,
No.
history. 14 better.
Woo!
Actually,
14,
13
so-
better. We'll make right on.
What is my history?
I not crit with a -1.
18.
Oh, that's okay. Still a nat. Well, I mean, no, it's a skill roll, but I mean, so it's a nat.
Oh,
And
so
sorry?
16.
No, no.
In short, whoever wants to offer it up can do so, but anybody who made the roll, you know that the Skell are also known as the Shadow Scale, also known as the Rebels, who have always been against the Imperial rule, against the Cormyrian influence, against the Overskers, and anything that resembles the Empire in the traditional form.
So I'm like lurking over here. The rebels.
Yeah, that's
Hoping
fine.
everyone comes towards me.
A lot of you, I think everybody except you made the roll, so with that,
I see
Leo.
all of my face lines.
But did they answer if there's something
The one says, there's no way anybody could have survived that. That explosion was humongous.
Just to have it remain.
Leo looks over towards him and then looks over towards not Donnie and gives a nod. At which point he looks over towards the other. What's up? Let's go get it. Okay. And so they go off,
Ooh,
jumping down into the muck, and a moment later, getting into the mire underneath the ship.
I'm close to them. I can go.
What did you want to do?
Ooh.
Meanwhile, does anybody else say anything? Do you say anything?
You do anything, Rebecca?
I think no, not yet.
And what's that problem with hippo?
That's just one of the drone. It's hanging out with the cannibalists. It seems to be
So
okay with
I
it.
assume
And the cannibalists seem to be okay with it.
I assume the ship isn't like fully submerged or anything like that. It's
No, it's there's not
like
even enough water to
beach stuff.
submerge it.
Yeah, because it's shallow river.
Yeah, it's just what it is. So,
So I'm gonna make my way out to the ship
yeah,
and
okay.
go into my dad's quarters.
That's right.
If we
Take
got it,
safe.
That's fine. Yeah, sorry?
if we got it upright, is there like big holes in the ship? Would it float if we got it upright, or is it
It's
fucked?
So,
No, it's out.
Oh,
so it's totally
that's
salvageable.
it.
Especially if you were to wait for dry season.
You make your way into the cabin,
and then fix it up, and then
and you hear within the cabin a heavy sort of
You sound like you now.
it's a labored breathing that sounds like somebody with a hole in the side of their body. It sounds somebody is in here wheezing, attempting to breathe and doing a very poor job
in the captain's quarters.
in the captain's quarters. As you enter in there, you can easily hear the
And I roll stealth.
yeah, by all means. You can immediately see that there's a blood trail.
Can I
Leading-
grab?
19.
Oh,
19 stealth.
Terrific. You disappear from view against the curtains in here, easily moving into the shadows of the closet. There's like a false wall between the two closets in this room. Let you go from the front entryway towards where the bed is. And you can use that, if you like, to get over towards the back of the chamber. So if you imagine, here's the cabin, it's like an L shape, and there's a closet that comes around the other side. Does that make sense?
Can I perception that?
How do you mean, like, just listen to see if there's something
If
there?
I can tell who it is.
Oh, thanks. Meanwhile,
21.
sounds familiar. You would assume it to be one of your crew, if not your dad.
I go to look at it.
You see, one of your crew looks like the boatswain is all burnt down to one side, and he's got your father pulled in. Your dad's missing. Basically, he's got a stump for one arm that's burnt and charred off at an angle, and then his one leg is completely charred down to looks like a burnt off.
He's full on Anakin.
Pretty much, yeah. And the boatswain says, "We had the high ground." Anyhow, so
Is he still breathing?
well, yeah, that's your dad. Who's
I give him a potion.
you do so.
Where do
As,
you get these potions?
I have two. We have two control.
Oh, yeah, how did you do that?
Kid, you died.
It's about a moment later that your father, kind of his eyes loll back in his head, and he comes about, focusing upon you as he pulls himself from the boatswain's arms. As the boatswain says, "I wish you had one more," and then dies. He gives a nod at this and says, "It's okay. I'm sure I'll make it." And then he does.
I saved my pocket.
That's well managed. In any event, as your father comes to, and he's burnt and he's not doing great. His one leg is still fucking fucked. He's gonna need a priest for that shit, a restoration spell to do it, and his arm doesn't grow back, like it's burnt off.
I like.
But you watch as
I kneel down and I embrace him. I knew you wouldn't die, please.
If you have like a greater potion when they start smelling really slow.
I mean, you know what? I'm not gonna like chia, just like rock on.
You're so strong, man.
What's up?
So they're grappling. Sad.
I mean, no. He's hugging him.
Oh,
I was just gonna say there's an endearing moment where it shows your father and his diminutive figure in the bed against the clock, really. And the boatswain stands up and says, "I should check on things around the ship."
So he's lost a leg?
The boatswain has not. He's just a bit labored. Your dad has
Okay.
lost a leg and lost his left. Sorry?
I run out to the deck.
Okay.
I want to run out to the deck and just like rip off the fucking end post to the fucking banister.
Okay.
And I'm like, want it up and give him a peg leg.
Didn't even wait. Didn't even give him like 2 minutes. You're like immediately to the bag leg, eh? Respect.
And I found a big old hook.
He just wants to get rid of the name of Spears.
I give him one of the big hooks we hold tuna with, like a nice big long hook.
You know what the funny thing is I know I set this up perfectly and I didn't expect it. That's how good I am. That's how good I am. I don't even know what I'm doing. And I get it done every time.
But do I see his leg fly off?
I mean, that was going to be the follow-up question
Because
here.
I'm definitely gonna
I've got a
gracefully
character.
walk
The question is,
I would pick up the leg.
do you take the leg off and then attach? Because it's like a burnt stump of a leg.
I'd have to.
All right.
I give him a piece of branch to bite down on.
You heat up a piece of metal. Anyhow, with that said,
But with my precision sharp
throw me
blade,
medicine here. You could. And then make an attack roll.
I realizing that they are going to be a while. Make a nice pot of secret ramen soup for all of our.
Oh, fuck yeah! All right, of course.
That's what I spend my time doing.
Throw me nature as you dig into the nature of what makes the perfect ramen. What is that secret ingredient?
17. I still don't know.
No, it's true. But I want to say that the whole time you're considering this, it's like a Disney Plus moment where there's little
Or wait.
birds that are flying in and
do I have bardic inspiration from anybody?
No, but it's a bar, but you have my inspiration.
Oh,
Okay.
to me, you
Alright,
saw
I took one already.
No,
You get it
it's,
back every
it's
day.
campaign.
Every day.
Oh,
So
okay,
16 medicines?
16 medicines well. I just need an attack roll as you. And
What's the attack roll?
it's a mere. What's your dad's AC? 9 or better? 11 or better?
Yes.
Well, he's laying down, so.
And a moment later, I like it, he says. He flashes the hook. There's a moment like, the movie Hook. So there's like sparks flying off it for no good reason. And what are you spawning?
Oh. Hmm?
I mean, you gotta look it up.
Okay, well, I was waiting for you.
Oh.
We don't have any enemies.
We'll just leave that.
We don't have any enemies.
No, that was my like just random. I have so many cards. It's my favorite.
As these guys surface
You look
on the other side, sorry, I wanted to say the one guy surfaces in the cabin with you guys and says, "Oh, you found him. We weren't able to see a body. We thought maybe he got eaten and washed away. But it's good to see that he's all right.
Yeah.
Didn't even think to check inside the boat.
We're looking at pulling this thing out of the muck. Not sure if we can get you sailworthy, but the hull underneath, well, it looks okay.
What kind of resources does the previous town know for? That small ass bitch town.
Silverpool?
Yeah, where the dwarves were building this shit. Is there anything?
Yeah.
Is there anything known there? Like, what's their trade?
No, yeah, fair. So what they do is they produce textiles, a lot of the raw materials for it. So they ship that out to other towns and they make cloth out of it. Silks and shit like that. They have a lot of giant spider cans.
Any special kind of textiles?
Giant spider.
Because it would have been like
silks.
we would have loaded up on stuff.
Yeah.
So if there's anything special on a ship,
That's literally what you find in the crates if you go.
No magic, no nothing.
No, they, like silver. He's asking what Silverpool produced, and they produced. They had like giant spider caves, and they produced silk.
I'm saying
is
that
it special silk caves? Good.
It's not like special in it, aside from its giant spiders, so it's super strong fabric as a result. Silk being as strong as it is.
Like a +1 armor kind of thing.
I mean, I just work here, sir. You'd have to find a tailor to see about that.
Do they have a spider?
No.
Don't they like to?
This would be a good time to
You know what?
spend
I'm going to say that one of the crates actually does have parts of, but not a whole spider. It's like pieces
Can I-
of. Like,
Can I
that's
grab
fabric.
like a nice small fold of fabric and toss it to my friend? Hey,
Well, I mean, you don't have fabric on you. You have the raw silk. It's gonna go get turned into fabric. That's the whole thing. Yeah. You guys have the raw materials, and so that's what they do. They harvest this from the spiders
why wouldn't they bolt it in the cloth?
because they don't loom shit there. Why don't we send our oil down south and have it
Because
refined?
we're retarded.
Exactly. Or ship it to the ship.
Can be.
Carrie, is there
It's
worth
super light, but it's like
is it worth
Is there
taking-
ropes of it? Is there like
yeah. There's boxes full.
Okay,
There's
so-
like 9 boxes.
Like super light, but it's also super strong.
I'm just saying, there's
And a lot
four.
of it is still relatively heavy, especially when you put it in a
We
heavy
want to
box.
put. We want to say. Can we put a couple boxes in the bag?
So,
Hell yeah.
What's wrong with you guys?
if you take them, I could, you know what? Yeah, I'd allow that. Honestly, that'd be fine. Yeah, if you took them out of the boxes. It's just squishy silk, so really.
Yeah, so can I hold like
But
3 strands?
I just want to say the boxes. First off, the boxes themselves, they're going to be 2 feet by 2 feet apiece.
So we can chuck a box or two into the bag of holding.
I think you could chuck all the boxes in there because there's 9 of them. Just in not. I think I want to say they don't fit.
Are we
Okay,
splitting them?
I'm taking 3 strands out.
No, right.
Funsies.
That's fine. Yeah, you can just take it.
Right.
Yes, my 3 strands.
Mm.
Or strands. You give me 3. That's fine.
So how
Sorry.
many? There's how many of us? Can we attach the ropes to the ship
So, yeah,
and then just
I was
like
gonna
keep
say,
the ship over, guys?
Do you remember what the one total set is? They figure they can get you righted. And quite literally, these guys are coming around.
I go help with my hippo and meat.
Yeah.
Goliath.
The cannibals?
Are there any
both me and
logs
him are
around
Goliath.
here?
We are huge.
Oh, my lines are
Want any more of these?
done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Oh,
So, did I just do?
As I have the strings in my hands.
Yeah. So just imagine like there's a bunch.
What's up?
Just do that sort of thing.
So I jump up onto the boat and tie me one
Who's
strand.
who's gonna be organizing this affair?
Well, I have the strands in my hand.
You're gonna be organizing the thing?
my dad will be doing it from the side.
Okay.
He's done this shit before.
I was gonna attach a rope to my caterpillar's saddle and mine, and I'm gonna heave because we're fucking together.
That's fine.
Maybe my hippo can do this. Fuck
That's
you
what
guys.
I
I need 4 turtles. We don't need no fucking weak ass rogues. What
Or
you guys
you
good
get,
for?
you get some of the way, but as you are a singular point of force, you hear the thing start to creak, and you hear the captain shout out, "Stop! Stop!" As he walks up onto the deck. I mean, I get a lot of mileage out of that. I gotta find a hook now. But yeah, long and short, he rushes up onto my God, the starboard, I guess. I think.
And it's starting to
And
go like,
it's starting to rock back and forth, but it's like it's starting to break at the edges. He's like, "No, you need more. You need more ropes. Need more ropes." So you've got the 3 strands. If you want to grab a couple more,
yeah.
and set them up, and you get the grung, you got your catapultus, you got the water guys, you got the turtles.
I rage while I'm doing it, so I'm large, and then I get a plus something.
That's
like
cool.
strength.
You can throw me athletics at advantage. Turtles help each other, so they can roll at advantage there. They're gonna be fine. The grung are like, yay! Because they can't really do much. And you're gonna roll for thing. You're pulling.
Mm-hmm.
Throw me athletics. Are you helping out? You're.
Yeah, Pam's been sitting along the side on a rock somewhere.
Do I get to use
watching.
dexterity because I'm a rogue?
No, it's not your athletics. I mean, it's your weight and strength.
21.
She's been going on about, oh, my knees, my back.
21.
But,
Oh, sorry.
I rolled my hit by 2.
yeah. Well, what did you roll for you guys?
I got 21 for me, and my cat plus.
You guys are good. You guys are good.
I'm going to, I hopped onto here, wrapped my 3 ropes, passed it on to the whole clan,
Yeah.
and use precipitation to make the ground quake so that the earth is quaking, so it might be easier for them to pull it. Alright?
What?
What? Yeah, so I make the ground shake so that the boat is rocking. So
Oh.
I get what you're saying, but I think you only get to move a foot by foot at a time. Otherwise, absolutely great idea.
I
But I think it's
no,
like only
no.
foot by foot at a time. Is that how that works with the
I'm gonna-
presentation?
I'm gonna say that A, precipitation cannot
No,
do
it's
that.
Oh, is it not that one?
It
Because
really
there's a
can't.
spell that can do like move little
Oh,
things.
it's 10 feet. It's 10 feet, so I can shake the location
Because
that
it
I'm
can move
at.
little things and move
Okay.
paper and shit.
That's true. Precipitation and thaumaturgy
No.
are good with it.
Oh,
But they
sorry.
can't do major.
I have both. So
Yeah,
I'm at
Not
the
those good at this.
which is 30
Like quaking the
feet.
ground,
But
making it.
anyways, I can make the boat rock because that is
Not
clearly.
presti. Not presti or thom.
Yeah, but thaumaturgy.
Not thaumaturgy either. Thom's not gonna do that. It's not gonna rock a boat.
Yeah, I get to make.
No, it actually
Ground.
kind of says the object is a certain size.
I can make ground.
Bear with me. Where's the size?
Julie, you and I can rock the boat.
Don't say the shit. Anyways, I chuck my 3 strands to hold them.
Yeah, range area 30 feet. There you go. So it's good for a 30-foot area.
Yeah,
And
so I can.
I see. Okay, so if you want
So
to
I
work
can
on like
move
one
the
area,
boat. So I'm just giving it momentum. So.
I got you. Yeah. Rocking it back. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
you actually find you're swelling out a dip on that side. I'll buy that for $1. And everybody made their athletics. Nobody failed.
21, 21, 21.
Everybody
My
made their shit.
cat was at 16.
Yeah, everybody did. All right, terrific. The Black Viper literally just creaks the tiniest amount before groaning itself like an old man climbing out of bed, I suppose, back onto its bottom. And as you swell out the ground, water rushes in and grabs the nose, and it kind of like lorps in, and the water rushes around it. And the turtles are like, "Yeah,
We all just
Give me
chest
three.
bumps. We chest bump all around the turtles. All 5 of us. Chest bump.
With that, you guys get yourselves back
I think that's
in order.
Cowabunga.
And
Bam asks the turtle to take her up to dinner.
I do. I throw you on my shoulders. I do. For turtle camp, but you're on my shoulders. Stove.
a lot of you climb onto the ship, I'm assuming. Where were you headed? You were headed back to 3 Trees?
We got jumped. We were heading to.
No, Mallory's Rest. So you guys were headed back to Mallory's Rest.
Did we not have
We're-
cargo?
You
No.
did.
And then, so I load up the cargo.
Yeah, the cargo's already loaded. Oh, sorry. Yeah, after you guys covered. The cargo's still in the cargo hold. I don't want to say for you guys check in on it. The boxes survived just fine. Get in there holding
Do we
very
know the
light.
contents of them?
Yeah, it's all silk. And spider parts. So silk and spider
all the
parts.
stuff in the boat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys remember your destination?
Yeah.
Turning back to
We were supposed to go back to the
Where you guys came from?
We're back.
Good old Mallory's Rest.
That's what I just said.
Double checking.
I come from my dad. And help him up onto the decks.
He pushes you away and actually scratches you with the hook. Sorry about that. Makes his way up on the deck. Taking a hold of the wheel, and this thing's busted, but you guys are all back, of course, on the boat. These guys They bid you adieu and make their way. And finally,
They like my noodles. They try to.
oh yeah, I want to say that before they all take off, there is
Do
a
you want to
moment
join us?
where they take part in said noodles with you, and consider them an amazing
I
delicacy.
have the grounds too because they say.
Did I have you roll for the cooking?
Yeah. Fuck those.
Oh yeah, 17. You rolled 17. Yeah. Sorry, and with you guys, having eaten is
Can I be a long grass?
is going to be off the table for 7 temporary hit points that everybody takes for a fantastic noodly meal. The turtles give you guys 3. They tell you we will see you again, but we have other things that we must be doing. We hope you'll be safe on your travels.
Temporary.
7 temporary. We hope you'll be safe on your travels. You're going to Mallory's Rest, they ask.
Yeah. Why are you heading that way? You can join us.
They give a shake of their heads and say, no, that far into civilization, well, the master forbids it, he says simply.
That's fair.
At which point he says, we also have to get to the other drover villages because there's other goings on. We have things to do.
Well, if you ever need us, just call. We'll hear.
And you too. And
Do we want them? Side note. Do we want them to come with us?
They won't come with us.
Well,
he looks over towards the purple bandana one, and that guy steps forward and he produces what looks to be like a simple diamond-shaped kite. And he says, if you guys ever need us, just fly this up. We'll see it.
I take it, put it in my satchel.
Done.
Ninja Turtles kite.
Ninja Turtles kite.
You took that?
Yeah.
Damn, I really bonded with it. I have it.
He also says,
I want it. You got
even
your
if you
dad's
don't
book.
need
You
us,
got your dad's
you can
book. You can fly.
My dad's just
But
doing
you need to
I
just
had to have
bring
it hot. You have another character that's right now.
it's quiet.
I'll rock, paper, scissors you for it right now. Rock, paper, scissors for it. Can I get a flag too? We both get one.
A flag?
A kite. We both get kites.
Oh, there's only one kite.
I'd fight him for it.
But it will let somebody ride upon it, so somebody can fly with it.
Yes.
These guys watch you from a distance as you guys start sailing away. Come sail away, come sail away, come sail away with me.
You know, you put our little gnome ski over there.
Oh, yeah, I did. So I'll do that to them. Need a pilot check from your
Obviously,
block.
can't.
What would he get?
So he's going to be doing proficiency plus, you know what? It's an insight roll, basically. It's an insight roll.
Insight?
Insight. And then, so that'll get you back to Mallory's Rest. Is anybody doing anything for the few hours that you are on the ship? You can be resting. Resting.
It's only 9. Does he get any bonuses because he's like a captain?
It's an insight roll, so he's proficient plus,
I don't have it written up.
it should be wisdom. Well, you can roll your intuition, that's fine. I don't give a shit.
Here, what?
You can roll your intuition. You are your father's son, after all.
Tuition. Insight?
Indeed.
Save?
Sorry, I keep doing that. Yeah. Intuition's a different
Intelligence
game.
save?
Sorry?
Intelligence save?
Is intuition, insight, intelligence? I thought it was wisdom.
Yeah, it's wisdom.
Okay, yeah, it's insight then. So wisdom and proficiency.
So there or there? Okay.
Oh, is that right?
20.
Okay.
21.
You won't even let.
21.
I'll have
Music's on point as there's like a long side profile shot of dark against the silhouette of the light horizon as you guys are making your way back towards town. Your captain expertly steers the thing through some spots that don't even look like they have. 100%, yeah. He's actually become quite accustomed to it already. He watches like about jigging it and moving it to and fro.
I've
He's
had
been secretly envious of a number of pilots for a number of years.
This was the dream of his.
He's been looking at the tank like, because he's gonna, like, right now he's just got his shit like that I just made. He's gonna turn that thing into a Swiss Army knife, right? He's gonna have that thing be having a knife in it.
Have you seen my fucking steering wheel gun thing that like in my truck?
He's gonna have.
So yeah, I'm imagining his hook's just like spinning around like what is this thing?
Slice that.
So with that said, gentlemen
He's
and
gonna be a
ladies,
fucking menace.
a lot of you guys have yourselves a long rest. You spawn yourself empty once again. So Indy's back. And us.
I spend the 2 hours I can fucking roughhouse with my hippo, El Chapo.
He only had.
It's actually pretty disgusting. It's very like a fucking like bad omen kind of. That's pretty like.
That's people flying.
Oh, what? That's your cow?
That's my cow.
That's
That's
real
a cow.
terrifying.
If look at its tail tip.
That's a cow.
Okay, that makes it cute.
That makes it
looks
cute.
like a little fern. Like,
See the other version of it, like the original first edition version, looks like PT on a giraffe, on a like Sphinx cat.
terrifying.
That's more like it.
I have made your eyes.
Indeed, like
You know,
high
there's that.
five.
Yeah. So by the way, when Impy comes
Like,
to,
do like
he manifests in like basically he's getting kind of filled in with the dark inks of whatever make up his body and corpus. But as he comes to, his eyes snapping away, he says, "Hey boss, there's a snake that says hello." And he leans up and he gives his head a shake.
Maybe.
At which point he looks around himself and he says, "Good to be back." At which point you guys actually start to pull into town. Now, as you pull into
How
town,
many short rests during?
No, we long rest.
yeah, you would have long rested. Yeah.
Long
You
rest.
long rest?
Holy.
As you pull into town, it is a peaceful
Oh,
evening,
maybe.
and you guys find yourselves easily unloading, relaxedly. What?
The ship needs repairs.
Yeah,
We
relaxedly
still have
walking
our
back into
buckets.
town, and probably like, asking cordially for a dock, a dry dock, right fucking now. With that said, you get yourself into dry dock pretty easily, and it turns out you can get the boat fixed.
How can the silks?
The silks get offloaded pretty much as soon as you get a skates.
Yeah.
And I want to say that there's a moment.
No, that's our mission. We're taking them to someplace to work.
Well, like
Those
they
are
weren't.
ours to sell.
It wasn't a part of our mission. We just load them up in the camp. That's what we
MPs.
brought.
No,
We
Are
unloaded
you
the
guys
yards.
talking about
Nobody commissioned us to take it.
that we were supposed to bring back?
Thank you.
Okay, but we
Thank
can say
you.
that we literally have evidence here.
But we were supposed to. We have a mission. Why? So don't just ignore these crates. We don't have these crates and silks that we were supposed to deliver. Fuck, no one's gonna hire Futurama's delivery crew again. So,
Someone hired us to take it back.
Yeah, you guys.
yeah, that's our mission.
The guy that came to take over for us is originally
Yeah.
They loaded a bunch of crates onto our ship and then on our way back, crashed. They fell over and they broke.
No, I'm not a no. I'm delivering these. I'm taking the crates to their destination. My character's like already like the crates go to their destination. Not all of them. Not all of
Yeah,
them.
I have 9 crates.
Yeah,
She said they were 2 by 2 feet.
Can I
You have
roll?
5 crates.
9
There's
boxes.
4 left.
He said I have 9
I'm
boxes.
gonna roll stealth. If I'm stealth, do I get
He said
advantage
9 boxes.
on
That's what I
It
wrote.
doesn't math. Math doesn't math. Can't fit 9.
I have 500 pounds
Sleight of hand is one of them stealth.
in my.
I know, but I'm wondering if I go stealth.
Well,
and
wait,
then I'm
what side?
while
I know
stealth,
it
do I have
says-
advantage on
Yeah, 100%.
If you're trying to steal something from someone that
500
doesn't know that you're
There's
there,
no one like we're just on a boat. There's people around. Not really.
what are you trying? You're gonna have to explain what you're even doing.
I'm gonna snag 1 box of silk.
I mean,
What? That's our mission.
It's
Sure.
not our mission. Our
That's why I'm stealthing, so this
mission
bitch
is
doesn't
to
see shit.
yeah, but you guys also did get the. He's not wrong. You guys got a writ from the previous guy, from the guys that
We got
came
paid to do this.
replace you. They paid you,
But we
and
got
then gave you the input
So then they'll pay to fix it.
and bring them home.
That's why we have boat insurance. So you guys don't take the insurance?
There's 100% part of it.
Like, I'm delivering these. My character takes the box and starts delivering them. Immediately. But the most part, my character does.
So,
Scouring around the grounds looking for it.
I was gonna say, you guys arrive at tall and unload.
So-
That would have been it. You would have arrived and there would have been somebody.
We're
at the
on
docks.
we're on the ship and we have extra boxes and whatnot. We're on a ship, right? So we
No,
open a few.
You don't.
Yeah, it's a ship. It's got stowage.
Yeah, but it's a ship and you typically keep it clean. You don't. Your dad doesn't keep a lot of.
It's
riffraff
got like
and
a
junk around.
box.
Because you guys float the swamps and any extra weight is bad. So no, you guys don't have just a bunch of shit.
I would think we have a drawer or something.
No, that is.
Playing with a campaign of rogues. Can we steal
Hey,
this?
mate.
Can we steal this? Can we steal this? Can we steal this? Can we all steal this? No! Do the mission!
A campaign of clerics. Can we heal it? Can we heal it? Can we heal
So
it?
anyway,
No, kill it.
there's like 9 cases, so I'm gonna open up like 4 of them that have the silk and just grab a handful or so of each one.
That's all right.
That way I have like a half a box.
Okay.
And like, so we just stash some away. And
That's
then
all
reseal it.
That's fine. All right. So you guys grab yourselves a bunch of handfuls of silk. It is sticky and gooey coming out. It's actually preserved in the boxes with whatever moisture. You're recognizing why it's in these boxes. You look at the lining and it's just kind of wet in there. Keeps it very fresh, don't you know? But in any event, you pick yourselves out basically like
We call
cotton
it that.
candy that's wet and extremely wet. And it doesn't smell or it doesn't smell appetizing. I don't know if anybody tasted it. It wouldn't taste so good. I mean, Impy actually, Impy's like, I like these treats. We have these all the time down where I'm from. It is cotton candy day, actually, I would imagine. But the long and the short here is that you guys grab yourselves a handful each. So this is one out of each of the 9 boxes.
Yeah, we grab a little bit out of each one.
Each of you ends up like, we'll say, a pound of silk. That's, a good cloth of fucking silks.
1 pound of magical super.
My character pretends he didn't see that.
That's fair. The crates get delivered. A Crocus representative comes around. A fellow by the name of Fillmore comes by and takes the boxes
Fillmore
off.
Holmes?
Absolutely.
Nice.
His name is Topper Bottom. Anyway,
Seymour, butt sex.
that's right. You know him implicitly. Good buddies.
That's his family. That's his cousin Seymour.
Closest cheeks, don't you know? So Fillmore comes by, like I say, he pays you guys out for a job well done, giving you guys 20 gold apiece for bringing the boxes up the river.
I ask him if he knows anyone that this guy can commission to fix his boat because I ain't paying for it because it ain't my boat. I ain't stealing shit.
Fillmore says yes.
Insurance should have covered.
You don't have insurance.
The captain would have got.
Your dad says, remember, we let that lapse because we couldn't find a mailbox because we're in this forest.
Anyway,
At the post office burned down in Melrose Rest.
he would have got
And it hasn't been rebuilt.
enough from that job to pay.
You only got 20 gold. You just said we all got 20 gold.
We did, but we're just.
I also want to say,
He's the captain.
no, there's also one other thing. The boat itself, gets another 20. So the boat gets 20 gold. You guys each get 20 gold, and your dad's like, yeah.
He pays 20 gold to the dock.
He says he'll take care of it, and then you guys should probably go and meet with your financiers and see what the next job is, if anything.
That sounds like we're gonna do.
That's
I
it.
hop off the ship and
Sounds like a plan, right?
after bidding goodbye.
He gives you a resolute hug. And, there's a brief moment where it shows you guys embraced, and then it superimposes you guys when you were very young. It's actually the same picture. In any event,
Did I find anything?
yeah. So as you're scavenging about, he comes back with a box of old steaks. They look like they're actually cannibal steaks, and thick, juicy, no more than maybe a week old. And
I can make anything taste good. So.
he comes back with also a used, what looks to be rubber
Oh my god.
rubber floaty. He's got literally made around his collar, and
rubber.
two partial fishing rods. That he
To use rubber one.
it's a rubber floaty. At least that's what he says. It's a big
Much
thing.
better than
So,
How big?
big black rubber Life preserver.
Oh my god. Please don't tell me there's like
You know what? Yes.
secretions on the inside of this. Oblivious.
It's very veiny if that's jazz. If the grip touched on the water.
What's in the water?
It's a big black rubber life preserver.
Yeah.
Thingy. Yeah.
Is it a
And two
actual
question
thing?
marks.
It's supposed to be a rubber life preserver.
Big black dinghy.
Basically pressed tree rubber turned into a
What
Right.
parts?
sorry?
At the fishing rod.
Oh, so there are two lower halves of the rods. So you have the
They're
one doesn't have a winder, the other does. One's just like literally a good 10 sound
so I
string.
can put them together.
No, they're two bottom halves. That's what I'm saying. The two handles.
okay.
One doesn't have a windy. It's just literally the stick and a bunch of string.
Okay. Cool.
Looks like it was broken at the top.
Yeah.
And then
You
the
don't
other one
need
is
much
definitely
room
in
for
two
that.
pieces and missing a piece. That said,
You guys are doing. What are you guys doing?
What were we doing? We were going into town.
Yeah, I want to go find somewhere to.
What did you say I should go with?
well, you guys want to meet with your financier. You guys want to meet with Crocus Garcia
Yeah,
and
go
find
to
out your next job. That's what your dad says. Go find your next job. He said specifically, go talk to the flower and see what we're gonna get. Go talk to the rose and see if he's got another job for you.
I mean, when we that way.
I put El Chapo's blinders on and I put them under deck for safekeeping as they're gonna work on the ship. No one killing anyone, and then we go.
Sounds fine.
And Indy jumps on your shoulder and follows
Yeah.
you. As I'm just like sitting and watching.
That's right. That's right. So the Black Viper goes into dry dock and
You need to
I'm
carry I let you on my
staying.
shoulder. Now you just like,
she's going.
What?
She's
Did
going.
you-
down.
Did
yeah,
you
I
go
grab
to
her
the
on my shoulder. I just lift her up on my shoulder.
That's fine.
Okay,
like-
well, I'm
She's
just,
talking.
I'm just watching.
You're like the grandma off of
Yeah.
fucking Deadpool. So whatever.
Yeah, I have some weird
Yeah.
reaction.
The blind lady.
This is some motherly figure. And so I'm just watching her. Well, Impy is on his shoulder, and I'm just watching her arms.
Okay, so you guys are making your way into town then?
I'm gonna slowly stop.
You guys are all going to the Rose? Rose.
Yeah, together.
Yeah, fair enough.
We're a team.
That's fine.
Like the turtles.
Yeah.
My dad's crew is busy helping.
The four of us. We're
The
just
dry
doing
docks.
something
Your dad's hanging out at the ship, just
Do we
reviewing
have
the work,
like do
basically.
we have a crew of a couple people? Like it's supposed to be a pretty normal ship.
It's a small ship. You guys have a crew of 3, including your father. Not including you.
Okay, as they all leave the boat and I'm watching the rounds, I convinced the crew members to follow me.
Why?
So seductively.
Okay. I mean, I'm not remember you. Roll me
Oh,
this
yeah.
really. Should I look it up on the list?
16? Yeah, I just like put
Those
on
gotta
the
be-
boobs, I got my skirt. I'm like, I did 16 plus whatever my.
Alright. I mean, they don't take a lot of convincing, I would imagine, in this case.
I mean, my.
Can my dad pick up like something and whip it up one of their heads?
Door. Yeah, so
Persuasion, so I got 20. My persuasion.
I'm gonna
is
say your
also-
dad's a grizzled little dude. At 21. He manages
so
to
they
avoid
look at
it.
him, not me.
No, I mean, like I said, they're gonna be pretty easy to convince.
Well, I
There's a
got
reason he's
20.
captain. Yeah. Oh, actually, the one got 18, so
I got
he's
20.
okay. The other 2, 7, the 2 and the 4, are drooling all of. Yo, no, I realize
That's a-
this guy. This guy's got 21 as well.
Yeah,
with 18. And
A handful of guys that do everything.
The 2 of them
Four guys
are all by themselves.
take it for.
Just strutting behind the guys. Going on whatever.
That's fine. You end up with 2
Really?
laptops
Someone's
basically
gonna-
following you around. With that,
Like, essentially, like.
So what are you doing to my men?
are you asking as your father? Because you are to this music making your way down the long path, which is decidedly less, how can I say, bright and lovely at this time with the setting sun.
I forgot. I have a saddle for cat. Can I ride it into town? Is that actually?
You did buy
I
a
buy- so I can
saddle.
hit that
Yes.
handle. Okay, I ride it. Handle. What is that blind? I
That's fine.
apologize.
Sorry. That's okay.
You want to ride my catapult, Bliss?
Sorry?
You want to ride my You want to ride? I'm asking Granny if she wants to be on my fucking terrifying death.
Yeah, Gammy's definitely saying no to that. If anything, she wants to get cuts.
It stinks. I think it stinks.
That's what her retirement was all about. Was being a crazy cat lady. She was there.
As a lot of you entered upon the place, like I say, it's decidedly less lovely and bright and beautiful as it was earlier when you'd arrived during the time of the renovations. The renovations are currently not happening as it is nightfall, and the place just kind of has a completely different tone to it, completely different din, as the word were. So as you're entering upon, you can see the manor situated there. There's like a wall that's knocked out. It's been kind of reframed slightly, and there's an extension that you can see has been added onto it. And moreover, you can see out on the, if you remember, there's like the waters nearby, a bit of a pond lake. You can see there's a pair of boats situated out there, and you can see a bunch of the help situated in a ring, all wearing white smocks and showing up quite reflectively under what moonlight there might be, as they're situated in a ring at the water's edge. The two boats are rowboats, effectively, just your average dinghies. They're situated out on the water. And from here, you can see the one seems to have two figures in it, but you can't tell who the two figures are from this distance. The other one, you can't make out the figures from the darkness. So, you guys, like I said, there's the manor. It's derelict at the moment. Whatever renovations are, paused, and you can see all of the help are ringed around a body of water, and there's two dinghies out in the water. And you can see in the dinghies, one of them, two figures. You don't know who the figures are.
I approached the figures on my catapult, on El Chapo. I approached the figures. I assume they apart because he's
You know what?
Why can't I make them out? They're too far away.
They're just, the other boat is just too far away. It's on the other side of the one boat.
Oh.
And the one boat, you can see two figures. You can't make them out because they get too far.
Okay, my bad.
That's fine. They're up in the middle of the water. No, this is, so you guys made your way over to the Crocus Manor.
Yeah.
So the manor is over here, and then there's a big body of water over here, and like a small lake in the middle. And it eventually spreads off to the swamp proper, but it's nice fishing right here. And you see all the servants in a ring standing there just watching out in the water.
Around the lake?
Yeah. And then you can see, actually, I love some, like, they got a table and some chairs and like a bottle of wine on ice and shit like that. But you see on the water, there's two dinghies, and in the dinghies, like rowboats, the one of them has two people that you can see. As you get to the edge, you can see that one of them is assuredly Crocus, and you can tell this because you see the shimmer of his shoulder pauldron, which is not like a metal one, but it's still got the rose engraved on it, and it clearly reflects the moonlight. You don't know who the other person is, but you're pretty assured that it's a woman, given the poofy floral sort of dress.
How far away am I?
You guys, if you're standing at the water's edge, the dinghies are probably like 60 feet out in the water, and the water is about probably 120 feet from there.
Oh.
So then you got all the servants there.
No, I can Misty Step. I Misty Step. And then I use suggestion. I say, what are you here for?
Sorry, wishing now with what?
Okay, so Misty Step is my action.
Yeah.
Use.
But who are you
And
talking to?
to the people on the boat.
You want to Misty Step out to the people on the boat?
Yeah, so I can walk on water.
Yeah, that's true. I was also going to say, with the catapult, if you really wanted to wade out into the water, you could.
I also can walk on water.
Yeah, like you guys all have the bargain bin rings too.
Yeah. So I mean,
There's that.
I like.
I just wanted to ask what they're here for, but
I mean, you're at their house. You're at the Crow's
We
Manor.
came to them. We went to them. They are.
well, I thought it was two mysterious people boating.
No, this is their house. We are coming to their house to our next quest. We are here to be like, we are searching for quests. What do you have for gold? Please give us some.
And some of the wine too.
Oh yeah, and I do drink some of the wine. Yeah, obviously. I mean, duh.
Who would not drink?
And the cheese and the meats.
So yeah, what to say is, you guys close the distance on the servants. There is actually like a full spread in there. The whole charcuterie laid out. It looks like it was deserted, and of course the patrons of whatever charcuterie might be here are now out on one.
Are we close enough now to take the boat?
You're at the water's edge. You can clearly, like I said, you can make out Crocus. You don't recognize the woman that he's with.
That's what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Are they like just
Yeah.
floating out there? Or are they competing in some sort of game?
Yeah.
No, that's
No.
how. Like, are they like?
No,
racing
no, no,
against
no.
robots? 'Cause
There's also like there's also synchronized.
Oh, yeah.
What did you say?
all kinds of things.
That's
Are they
what
competing?
Misty said.
No, they're not. All that's happening. You hear
What do you
giggles
want?
and laughter, and you can see
Who are-
Crocus reading
Yeah, yeah,
something.
whatever.
Oh, he's flirting. Probus is getting
She's on the
third
road.
off.
She's
And the other rowboat, from what you can see, is it's keeping its distance. You see reflections every so often that clearly give them away as armored and
What?
armed.
Who's armored? Sorry.
The people in the other dinghy, like there's the
Other
one boat
robots, they're
that
armored.
so
She said
she-
the ladies wearing armor.
no.
Dude,
So-
she
They're
misses step
mysterious people.
Right.
Who
On
does
the
she-
boat.
who does she
That's why
see?
Misty stepped too
Yeah.
and asked them.
So she knows she can see everybody clearly.
Yeah.
Does she recognize anybody else?
Yeah, and then I use suggestion and ask them a question they have to answer me.
I
So
wouldn't use suggestion on them because they wouldn't like you because they know you used a spell on them.
Well,
charm spells have
It
that.
says it right at the bottom.
You gotta check on charm spells, because but I did want to say, so you guys are watching as she's making her way out to the boat.
I did it already.
Meanwhile, I want to say that the dinghy in the distance is the one that you see armored
Yeah,
individuals. So what you're seeing, it looks like bodyguards that are floating out just a little ways off
So
from
they're surrounded by other dinghies with bodyguards.
just the one,
Yeah.
just the one. And yeah, like I say, from here you can see that they're armored, and that's about it.
Is he bigger than me?
They
It's
look
important to my
they look
character.
humanoid. You close the distance on the boat, walking across, strutting your way up to the boat as you can hear Crocus's voice clearly reciting poetry from the book that you see him clutching. The woman beside him, across from him, is tittering gaily because that's what they do, and when they're wearing those dresses, I guess. But she fans herself ever so vigorously as she says something to the effect of, "Oh, Crocus, you are so impressive. I cannot imagine that you would have wanted to have me out. I did not know that our families would ever have the opportunity to. And she pauses on the phrase as he, a moment later, fills in and says, "No need to concern yourselves. Concern yourself with what's to come. This is really just sharing a moment with a friend." But as they were, and he goes back to the book for a moment before he looks over towards you approaching. And she kind of does the double take and then looks away as she turns completely red. You close the distance easily enough, and Crocus leans forward and puts the book down at the bottom of the boat.
Down into a jam, and it gets huge screeching noise from the distance. So I look that way, and Impy goes and snatches the book and brings it back to me.
Okay, the screeching happens. She actually has a momentary screaming reaction, like she freaks out and faints, falling over in the boat. Crocus is nonplussed with a 19 plus bonus, continues to stare at you as Impy runs forward to grab the book.
He is invisible.
Okay, that's fine. He
Until he
doesn't
touches
stare at
something.
Impy, but I want to say that Impy grabs a hold of the book, and Crocus watches the book kind of like get up out of the boat and walk off.
I think he becomes
stares at
invisible
it.
as soon as he touches something. But
Well, he stares at the
Anyhow,
book,
yeah.
watches Impy do his thing, and then looks over towards you, and then looks squinting upon the shore to see you stuffing your face with cheese meats and having a glass of wine, as well as yourselves situated there. And he looks back towards you, and he gives a nod at this, and he says, "You are back then. It is good to see you. Although Carseno would have you in irons for the performance that we have heard of. I am sorry for the news that Edris has passed away. And my question now is, how did the pumps turn out? From what I've heard, they were fine. You had some work in delivering some silks as well, and lastly there was the Farfetcher boy that was in your charge after Edris' passing. Is he here?
I think the dwarf boy died.
Did you guys?
Yeah. No, he went away.
No, nobody even checked on the dwarf boy. Everybody forgot.
Yeah, we left him. His dad died right here, and then the dwarf boy was alive.
Did we not? We didn't leave him to take care of the pumps.
No, he was coming back with you guys.
No, I forgot about that part of the cargo.
Oh,
Yeah,
take
because his
care of it.
dad
I meant
died.
the
His
silks.
dad
So that whole family just got snuffed up.
Well,
No, it
there's
was
still-
my dad and then
There's still Provis. There's still
There's still the mother,
What?
the sister, and Rutherford.
Rutherford, sorry, I forgot.
Rutherford. Sorry, Kenna, Big Nate, and Rutherford.
For now.
Well, we know Rutherford makes it. We also know he's a lonely fellow.
Yeah.
But that's right.
Yeah, so so did she talk to them, him?
Oh, I.
Because they aren't at shore yet,
Well,
so we aren't
like,
part of this.
The
Right.
questions that, well, he asked the questions of you, and then he looks over towards the shore, sees you guys there, let me say. He'll start rowing towards shore.
Yeah,
and,
so he just like points in their direction and swims away.
okay, that's right.
Yeah. No comments, no nothing. Just like
Crocus rows in towards shore. As he does, somebody passes by, and he's sitting there reading it. What is this stuff? At which point, Crocus snatches it out of his hand. It's poetry. And he continues to row his way down towards shore. As he arrives there,
like telepathically linked. So did I learn anything from it?
it's a bunch of sappy poems
Oh,
about
nothing.
family and lost loves and found riches that aren't money. That said, yeah, Krobus gets to shore. As you can see, his bodyguards rowing in and closing the distance. Two burly fellows will eventually get off that dinghy. And he walks over towards the charcuterie, grabs himself a piece of cheese, and asks you to regale him with the status and explanations and whatnot.
I eat whatever tuna's on the table.
Oh, so by the time he gets back, he's like, I swear I had, there was a lot of, and he's pointing to like where there's an empty spot that says tuna. And it's like yay big of just that, high quality cubed, anyway.
It was fantastic.
I just have a piece of like something random off the table. It tastes like tuna. I don't know, that's it.
That's right. She grabs a spoon and passes it.
Do I
I
get
know
some temporary
food,
hit points for
because I
that?
can make it. I can make it taste like
Yeah. For the tuna you ate there. It'll be.
What did I feed him? I made it taste like
it was
tuna. Made it
probably
taste like
pate.
tuna.
I would imagine it pate.
Oh.
15 temporary hit points instead of 7. Remember, it doesn't add to it instead of.
I think you lose those when you long rest.
Oh yeah, you guys don't
And,
understand.
I'm just stuffing my character started with like 1 piece, 2 piece, and then like now he's like following like this like the
You know what?
cookie
You
jar.
guys can all take the 15 for having part of the charcuterie. It's high quality, rich people food.
And I
It's
drink
gonna-
a good portion of the water.
Bottom line, you're gonna feel good after this.
Yeah,
Um,
James.
Yeah, no doubt.
She knows it.
Doesn't need glasses. Drinks right from. That said,
Like, picking through everything.
She was at that 111th birthday.
no doubt.
People got
We measured her age and sex. Krobus looks at you guys as he takes a piece of cheese and a glass of wine. One of the help pours it full for him as he regards you all and simply says, I've heard terrible things. Castiano is sincerely perturbed by what the future has to offer now that we've lost members of the Farfetchers. The expertise that they offered to come all the way from Cinder Lagbar. I'm not sure if you understand the gravity of this scenario. The situation is dire.
Did they have any other brothers?
They have Rutherford. He's very.
Is he here?
He is. He's young in terms of dwarven years, although
So he's like 75?
quite literally. And as experienced as he is, he's simply not had the experience in the engineering as his forefather and brother did. The truth is, he's only merely begun his training. That training is meant to be 100 years at the least. But
He
regardless,
comes from a long line of brothers. Perhaps
He
you could
does.
show him the blueprints and see what he thinks.
I would ask that you not
I
take
mean-
this so lightly, first of all. The truth is that we have had a great loss. A great loss for the Farsees, my friend.
Oh, yes, of course we do.
You must understand that this was to be a major change for the swamps, and now without their expertise, I fear for what may come of this. But I am hopeful of the future, as are you, as I'm sure all of you are. Always look for the bright side of life. The sound of that.
That's actually
You guys are like slowly coming into it out of frame, coming into it out of focus. There's like a weird little montage. Just every
Is
so often.
there anything we can do to make up for our failed fallings of brothers and dwarven dwarfs? Can we do anything to make up for?
As he looks up into your massive face, Hiram simply gives a shake of his head and says, "In truth, my friend, there does not seem that there is any way we can possibly alleviate this. But
Fucked up.
in due course,
Wasn't that scale bitch on the brain? Blood.
he cocks his head at this and looks over. What did she say?
A woman on a dragon. Yeah, what
That was
the
a
dragon?
raven. Raven. Was it a
Craven,
dragon?
craven on a raven.
Was it a dragon, I say?
We had a flaming craven raven. Just fuck this. Burnt my ship. Almost killed my father.
She was throwing fireballs everywhere. I take another big handful of cheese and
Almost
just like
got
bob
it.
it.
We almost got
As the rose gives a cocked eye at this, and then looks over towards the now sunken and moving mound of floral dress in the boat. He looks back towards you and says, "Are you saying that there was a lizard that attacked you and somebody was riding it?"
What else do you think it's gonna be?
He regards this, and with the
That's the whole
eyebrow,
shit.
the eyebrow is so raised at this point, it looks like it's gonna break free of his forehead and find a new home.
Doing the Dwayne.
Like it's just right up there, exactly. He looks around for a moment at the skies as if he expects something to come swooping in, and says, "This is tragic and truly disturbing." He gives a sigh heavily and says, "There's only one who would be riding a Wyvern as such. There is only one woman. There are Wyvern riders, but amidst them, only one witch, and that is the old bitch LaFior.
Old bitch with fear.
Old bitch LaFior, and her lizard Silas."
Do you know her, Gam?
Yeah, you're old enough. She's a bitch. You're a bitch.
Oh, we got inspiration.
But 15? You've heard of her. She's a Thayan wizard of some repute who the Thayan way just wasn't good enough for, apparently, is the way you hear it. The odd bard's tale that comes across tells tale of this bitch LaFior and her faithful scaled one.
We could go take her out. Would that make up for her? Or would she kill us?
Where would we find her?
She, as far as I know, roosts in those cliffs there, the escarpment yonder towards Three Trees, and he points off onto the horizon of where you guys are situated at the bottom of Mallory's Rest. You can see like the peaks of the three trees, the tips of the three trees. So you don't see the escarpment that he's pointing out to, but he says, as far as she flies, the distance is but maybe an hour, if that. He regards this maybe half.
Let me consult with my boat. So we're still around the boat. Right?
No.
Or
No, the
we're
boat's
over-
back.
We're way over there. It's like, okay.
He gives a nod at this and says, I am not certain that an assassination run upon LaFior would be the best option. We have many other priorities that need taking care of, first of all. I would rather not risk this crew any further. You've already faced more violence and terrible bloodshed than I had intended. And any further than that, I would fear that I'd lose the talent I not worthwhile, in my opinion. He simply says after a moment, the question is, what can I trust you with?
Apparently nothing, because we fail everything and then we take the silk.
As cheese is like dripping out of your mouth.
And I just totally wine rat them out. I'm just drunk and I just rat them out right there. Fucking just poured it right out.
Yeah. I have no idea. You tell me.
No, she would definitely be taking me under her energy, get her down and take all the plans.
That's fair.
And
Read
she's
the
gonna
chat.
try to pretend to cause a nuisance, because even in her drunken stupor, she knows that was stupider.
That's fair. Read
I
the
didn't
chat.
steal nothing.
I covered Grimes' action. fall onto the ground, so everyone just like
That's right.
you. And then Impi goes and bites him for being a little shithead. Invisible bite right on the neck.
Okay. With that said, though, you're winging the thing. Meanwhile, what does Percival do?
I don't know.
The boss has said what he said. You have a moment before he continues. Do you say anything here?
Did he suggest a mission?
He has not yet. He seems like he's about to.
Tell me what you have to offer.
He gives a nod to this. Carsano, he believes that I would be unwise to trust you with this, and I know that you're not feeling perhaps the greatest given events, but I would implore you to remember that things happen. It's not necessarily your fault that you have found yourselves in this position. And it is unfortunate and tragic, but in truth, again, I state, it is not your getaway. He slaps him as if he's going to the book again. I don't know what about dicks. And
It's always fun.
he gives a nod at this, and then he shows you on the back and stuff like I killed him. Anyway, so he simply says, in truth, what I would hope to see is that we could perhaps spread the Farfetcher's technologies. I understand that despite our loss of the Farfetchers, I still believe in the technology. I still believe in what it's doing, and we can already see the benefits of it in Silverpool. I've already heard tell of people being able to drink the waters and know that they're not going to be sick. And I know that if we spread this out, that it would be of great benefit to the rest of the swamps.
Who else could you commission to build them? The dwarves were dead.
The dwarves are not all dead. Rutherford is young and is now licensed and a part of the guild, given that he inherits his father's. And as a result, he doesn't have the experience, but he could do it with you all.
Yeah.
We would commission the laborers to assist him. Did I mention there's a gilded penis on the back? Anyhow, so he says that he could hire the labor hands and send you forth if you're willing to try again.
Where would you send us?
There are other Drover colonies,
Would you like to hire
Wanna
a stronger
go to,
army?
but
We
there
get
is one.
trees?
Sorry, there is one specific place that we do need to see this taken care of nearby where you went, nearby Silver, and that is a location known as. I can't remember which one's low. It's Osborne Row, as we've noted.
Oz Row? Gold Row?
Osred Row.
Okay. There we go.
Alright.
He gives a nod at this and he says, I have heard tell of the family of the Osborns, and I would implore you to seek out and speak to their patriarch.
What's the name?
Well, the Osborn family is who you'll be speaking to, and their head is Dante. Or Dantes. Dantes? Dante. We'll go with Dante. No. We'll go with Donrick.
John Rick.
Donrick.
Dominic Osred.
D-A-N-R-I-C-K. I almost went with Dontrick, but that'd be two. So Donrick Osborne
More like Randick.
is the patriarch of Osborne Row. Osborne Row is a temple of Kellenbor where the Overskers, they don't necessarily subscribe to Kellenbor's way of dealing with the dead, preferring a more, he gives a smile as he says, floral perspective on things. But regardless, it is a service that they provide, a service that is necessary, and I think that they would be a perfect ally.
Where are they?
They are nearby Silverpool. Their temple is small, unassuming, but
You want us to
usually-
go retrieve them and bring them back here?
No, I think we should assemble the laborers, and you should let the Black Viper be repaired, and prepare yourself so that you can make the voyage. moving towards them.
We can do this mission, but we would need to just supply us with potions.
I think we're also going to
We
need
need-
more ammunition.
We would
and
need a
more-
case of at least a dozen.
There's a montage of you guys.
You get a
Mama?
couple of these.
some more stronghold,
There's
and maybe another
Yeah,
level.
we'll need more crew. I'm not certain the fate of the two public
Maybe a quick training montage.
I was gonna say there's a bit of a montage as it fades from the talking as the camera pulls back to the
Gotta do some stuff.
and
Gotta get
a
done.
moment later we get into like the montage is the rock music and it does like a pan of the boat as it shows you guys all getting transformed into like whatever you may be, and the ship itself gets like a bunch of hull wrappings and
The ship gets autocannons.
no.
Yeah.
It gets it can have
Tomahawk missiles.
An Apache helicopter landing.
there are
pad.
no cannons in the Farfetcher.
Railgun.
I'll rail your gun.
That's Wednesday's. But it gets armored. The ship gets armored,
I want a revolver style
but it actually doesn't get armored in like metal plates. I should say it doesn't get metal plates. It's light. So it gets armored, but light. With that said, though, this is over the course
the
of
big thing that I would like actually would be to have a large amount of pelts and some ropes, and we would be able to turn it into a hot air balloon ship, airship.
you want to make an airship?
Yeah. And give it cannons. So as an airship needs. And a long javelin off the front. So you can put it out of the way. And talk. Where's that Bitcoin?
Mm. Mm. Not crypto, bro. Talk about but it's nice. Okay,
You're not a crypto.
B.
Were you ever a crypto?
oh, B or circus?
B.
B. Okay. 3 is circus.
B.
B again. B. Tiebreaker.
For the win, B.
Oh. B. Drum roll. Oh. Okay, we thought.
Check out the
Alright. So, oh yeah. So, oh, they want that thing.
Great. Yeah. It's not a gas station like that's there.
Oh, did she get in this?
Yeah.
No, you're all good. You're all good.
Taking care of business every
Oh.
day.
Yeah.
Leaving us a copper cruise.
Right. So, just real quick, you guys got this montage over the course of about 4
Dude, we
days.
made a balloon.
Oh, it's 4 days.
It's gonna be So you guys are
Okay.
Yeah.
in Melrose for 4 days while this thing is getting fixed. And
Very good.
and the guy says they can work on the balloons for you, and your dad's like, I don't like that idea. I already ordered sails.
Too
And
bad, Dad.
he listens
We'll
to you.
need sails for the up there.
He listens to you, and he says
Wait.
the sails will get us there for the time. But
Do you know how much faster going on air will be than going
He says
on
the-
meandering river?
he says
through
the dirigible dirigible skin is gonna be another month away as it's getting manufactured. They're in hiding, don't you know?
Then we'll
And
read.
as you look up and see no dirigibles, you're like, what? But anyhow,
They'll be ready next time we come back.
The balloons or the sails?
well, the balloons are, the sails are in town. Now, he said I ordered those because they're going to get us from here to there.
We'll get
And they're
those for
small,
now.
actually. The sails in this case, they're like the forward mounted sails.
Yeah, like the kites.
Yeah, just literally the front guys.
Which would be perfect because then we'll eventually, once we have the balloons, we'll be able to just get some planks and hang them out like that. And that to the
Correct.
sides.
Oh, okay. Dramaturgy. Or sorry, prostitution. This one.
Yeah, 100%. That's the thing.
Yeah. It only works like.
Is there anything else that anybody wants to be doing over the course of 4 days?
I'll visit my dad and my
Oh, over
This is where
4
we came
days.
from, right?
Yes, actually.
Yes. So I'd obviously visit my frog dad. And then we go to the riveters. The riveters? The riveters.
No, we're at the town.
Oh,
So we're at the main
We
town.
have
Did you meet the black circle in this town already?
Riveters.
It's got the black circle with 3 trees.
Yeah, I thought they were everywhere.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I stole a bunch of shit and I just like showed up to town. So, I kind of memory of a guppy. I just hustle everywhere I go. However, I found a good group of people. So, yeah.
I need to go find a silk worker / weaver or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So,
I want to get some good.
yeah.
What are you gonna do with your silk?
Yeah, I'm gonna get it weaved and sewed
And
into.
make it a backpack so he can carry you.
Well, carry things like Banjo and Kazooie.
Baby pouch in the
I'm not
front.
gonna do
Yeah,
it.
flopping
I
around.
know she's probably gonna get made like a spider silk tunic or something.
I don't know. I'm so baby carriage.
Well, I can get that.
I can leave it.
I can't believe they're hiring us to do this thing again that we literally just failed twice.
We had no control over it the first time.
We
okay?
failed it twice and they're hiring us
Bitch on the
again.
dragon
Oh my
showed
god,
up
what the
and
fuck, man?
The dragon. It was all the dragon.
Their options are terrible in
We
this
don't
town,
have
I guess.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine.
Everything's fine. We're not
We
gonna
only failed the first time and they rehired us some dumbass reason.
So your dad says he spent the whole of the 20 gold that he got on the repairs. Keeps another 10 gold for his kite sales.
And
Bart?
He needs another 10 gold for his kite sales.
Dad has.
no, he doesn't. He just spent his 20 gold. He literally opened with that.
Okay, I will give him 20 gold.
10. You have to
sorry.
give him 10.
10 gold.
Sorry.
Now you're both fixed. And you have sales. Hurrah!
I like it.
Okay.
And
So
did you
10
get-
gold, done.
Done.
And from there,
Did we get it minor league armor?
Yeah.
Or did
so I was saying,
Me and
it wasn't
Brandon
leather because it has to stay.
that's why I said mildly.
Yeah, it's like it's
Yeah,
got
but
leather plating if you will.
I'm gonna dye mine.
Can I get someone to commission a better saddle offering like armor
Throw me an investigation, see if there's a better fairing or leather worker or something like that
to my
around.
hippo?
And then anything for Graham for 4 days here.
Silk. We're going to see someone that deals with silk so we can get our silk.
15? And I'd assume that I'd be interested in something similar to her, so I look.
Yeah, I was actually gonna say, if you guys happen upon a caravan of
Mr. didn't want to steal any silk.
Do you have silk?
No, I don't have any silk. I don't fucking need silk. I need a saddle.
you happen upon a
Fuck yourself.
caravan of weavers who
Can I
show
see a saddle in my anywhere I'm looking that's like easily accessible?
you know what? During
we
this
start
scavenging, you know what? Actually, really fucking heck, look at it. Okay, let's go do this one. Docks or city? Oh,
Docks.
one for city. That's 2 out of 3. Hello,
City.
city. One for city.
City.
Yeah, city. Right. So that's that. He did see a saddle sitting on a sawhorse while he was scavenging about, but he said it didn't look tasty, so he just left it alone.
Alright, so I'm gonna sneak over there and grab it.
That's fine. It's an old looking black leather saddle. It's kind of dark out, but with your double vision, it just looks dark. It's a black leather saddle.
It's a saddle.
You're gonna grab a hold of it. Are you gonna sleight of hand this for stealth or something like that?
Yeah,
or are you just grabbing and going,
Oh no.
smash and grab, kick over the sawhorse while we're doing that?
Oh, yes. Oh, there it is. 14?
14?
Yeah.
That'll be passive. You're gonna grab a saddle and make off with it. MP's gonna aside you as you jet off. Point being, you've got said saddle, and meanwhile, you guys find the caravan of weavers that comes to town. They've got on the side of the covered wagons a spider's web that stretches across it in gold filigree that reflects against the moonlight. As they roll to a stop and open up their side panels, revealing that the whole of the covered wagon kind of extends out and turns into a sort of mobile home base of sorts. As it folds out, sets up walls and whatnot. And as they're doing all this and setting up, you hear the slams of hammers and nails as they're constructing this little kind of nomadic township at the edge of Mallory's Rest. You see that the whole of their makeup, they're probably about 30 odd people, humans, elves, a couple dwarves, a few halflings, not too many swamp denizens, not too many lizards, fish folk, or anything like that, if any. And that's their 30 odd.
So most of these people.
It looks like regular folk. From what you can see on their clothing, you recognize actually I'd say like Cormyrian brands. You see like the stylized fox head on somebody's tabard. You can see that some of their linens are recognized guilds and guilds of weavers from the cities proper. So these guys are definitely urbanites. These guys are definitely city folk that have made it all the way to Mallory's Rest, which isn't anywhere in the swamps, but this is where they're clearly picking up the silks is what they're doing. You see the boxes coming around.
I'll do something. We're going to these people talking to them first. You want to do it first?
I want to go up to the halflings and ask if they're do the silk, or if they know who's like the best price for product kind of thing.
So, like when you're asking product, are you meaning raw silks or like woven silks, or are you talking like?
I would like that to be turned into a cave or a cool or something.
Yeah.
Ah, very good.
Yeah.
I want to look like a fucking Jedi.
I'm just something I have
That's fair. I want to say that you do gain favor immediately. This is so similar. Point being is that they easily come to terms with you and say that if you're willing to provide that much silk, they can weave it into whatever you needed, and they'd offset the cost of whatever you wanted with whatever silk was left over easily. And there's a lot of silk there. A pound of silk goes a waste. Like a pound of silk.
I feel like I know you can do it for cheaper. Intimidation. So
Are you even there, or were you delivering a set? Oh yeah, you are. You're with them.
He was stealing the saddle. She didn't even mention the saddle, and then she started when I'm getting a different saddle. And then you heard me say saddle, and he's like, "Oh, go steal a saddle."
That's fair. So actually, you're not even there because you would have been like, you know what? I'm gonna get a saddle.
Yeah, you heard me say saddle. You just ran off. Like you ran, like just off into the night. I was like, okay, I have one, but. I guess.
Do I listen very much? No, absolutely not.
But MP knows where there's a saddle. I want to say that when you get back, you're gonna be probably like elbow deep in saddles.
Oh yeah,
the leather part of the caravan opens up the side of it, and you see he's got like, actually 4 different saddles that are situated there of various designs. They all look good quality, high quality. Sorry, you were wanting to figure out, price for product. Basically, it's a matter of whatever the hell it is that you want manufactured. And they say that they might be able to, for a fellow Shorten, do a favor, a little bit of magic savoir faire, being that one of us trained under Preston. And so we've got a little bit of talent we can put into there. They say. A little bit of mojo for the mixing.
Sweet. Would a pound of the spider silk get me either like a tunic of it? And it's strong, right? So
yep.
AC?
Yeah, so this stuff actually ends up with studded leather AC just being a shirt. So just with a shirt on, you're getting +2. It's a +2 shirt.
Plus our silk.
That's the silk. Or sorry, the silk is a +1. It's a +1 shirt that you can just put on with whatever armor. It's just a t-shirt
So I
underneath.
add +1.
+1.
And I don't get one of those because I did steal silk.
Well, there's lots of silk.
Could I, you guys want to smash me one? Because I don't get any armor actually. So that would be mighty dandy if I could get.
Yeah.
Silk's left over.
After your shirt, especially Kraken Red's shirt.
I'm like, I know I fucking said some stuff when I was drunk to the dude, but.
For me, my little
Yeah.
body, like
100%.
little
100%.
pants,
I'll not
t-shirt, long sleeve, and like a tee.
Sorry, I
No, you're
mean,
okay.
D&D vibes.
I understand. The stress of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pants, the shirt,
So, goodness.
maybe some like foot
The
covering.
full outfit, I'll give you a +2 on that. I'll give you a +2.
Is that like
If you wear-
crocheted, like cute grandma style, or
Yeah.
You look like Grandma from fucking
Well,
Deadpool, like the full tracksuit. So, what color is your tracksuit?
One is
Mine's tiger stripe.
No, I'm just imagining
Mine's tiger stripe with a
the
black
weavers just sitting there.
with a
Yeah, we
black
could do that.
circle on the back.
am I back?
So,
So,
as,
like,
as soon as
I
we're
would
done
know-
here, you're gonna be showing up with saddle. But what?
Do I know the black circle at all?
Throw me history.
Or divine?
Because like I am a swashbuckler around.
Throw me history. Yeah,
Yeah,
throw me history.
I rock everywhere.
I want my
Oh,
clothes to just say
yeah.
world's greatest
19.
18.
Yes, the both of you have heard of the Black Circle in varying
Am I
capacities.
associated with them at all? So I'm like a town to town smuggler.
Did I
know what?
rock them?
I am a
I'm
smuggler.
sorry? No. You would,
Okay.
you, I would say, still know better than to rob the Black Circle.
Okay.
I deal with
You've, I would say that you've dealt with the Black Circle for logistics.
and for work.
Some folks welcome to D&D with the
What was that? What was that?
It's a raid. They get 8 people coming. So, sorry, as I was saying, so you got your tracksuit, you got the giant spider stuff, fantastic stuff. As long as you're wearing the whole suit, it's +2. The shirt is good for +1. Being that you're making a whole tracksuit, I'm going to say that you're going to have to look to your other companion for enough silk to possibly make you a shirt as well.
Hey,
And that's doable.
you want to give me some more?
Cam managed to use it all up. You now have
If there's any still plus
sneakers,
Yeah.
super comfy, rigid where you need it to be, firm where it's like Vibram all over.
Thanks.
Fantastic
if
stuff.
there's any still left over.
Yeah, thoroughly. And if that's all you two are getting,
I was looking for a saddle here too. I was gonna offer him.
yeah, we're getting there. I've got that in
That's
mind. That's next. But yeah, long and short, done and done. And they basically say at this point you owe them like 10 gold, and that'll be square. And then at which point you show up with saddle in hand as you're like, let me see that one. And the first one was okay.
So too. I'm gonna stick it in Grammy's
That's fine.
shade.
Impy kind of pukes onto the road because he thinks the sight of it's terrible. At which point you're giving back the saddle that you've just been looking over. It's very and leathery. It's fantastic. Very saddle. But as you hand that off and are receiving the other one,
Can I
you show up in it.
retract my emotions as I see what he's saying? And I'm like, no one saw that.
I mean, yes, but the point is that the farrier behind the counter puts away some horseshoes there, and he looks over. Is that an Andalusian original? And he looks over towards you as you're like trying to hide it, and he comes around the counter, comes in towards you as he closes the distance, and is trying to look on either side of you. And you're watching this exchange go on as the fellow's holding out another saddle. Did he say an Andalusian? And as you look over towards you,
What is that?
a history roll to make. If you know anything about horses, of course, Andalusian.
Can I roll animal handling
Really
instead?
I'll take it.
So 17.
Okay, well, can I do like persuasion or intimidation?
What would you like to
Well,
intimidate?
because I was like question first.
Sure, yeah, that was. But what are you trying to accomplish?
Oh, I'm asking a question. So
Oh, yeah.
charmingly.
Sure.
asking a
Okay, I get you.
question.
Yeah. Why at it?
To me, it's worth our friendship,
Okay,
dog.
15.
15? All right. And what was the question?
What is it?
Sorry. Yes. Heck, very good. The fellow looks at you. dead square in the eyes, and says, I will give you. And he looks back towards, and he holds up a couple fingers, one after the next. And the fellow kind of responds to do a little bit of hand signal back and forth before the one fellow looks back towards you and simply says, I'll give you 25. 200 gold for that right now. 200 crowns on the bill.
I'm not sure. Let me ponder it.
That's right. With your 17, you know that these saddles are fantastic saddles. Chances are it's meant and viewed in some way to help keep the rider comfortable and in position at all times. They come with thigh straps and like a buckle system that keeps you in. Andalusian brand saddles are used like Griffin Rider stays water.
He's not a griffin.
But I'm saying they designed the saddles for the official Waterdeep Griffin Rider regiment.
I will. I got nothing. Sam, do you want that? I asked her.
I'm coming back.
So I want to say, amidst the saddles that this guy has, he's got saddles that hold extra weapons. He's got a saddle that'll hold you in position.
Oh.
He's got a saddle that
No.
it's cheap, and then he's got a saddle that's super fancy. You come riding on that, it's got like an air conditioning unit and shit. It'll give you
Yeah, like
charisma
plus
advantage.
bonus.
Yeah, advantage of charisma rolls.
What is mine? Is it just
Yours is a fantastic. I would say to him, the Andalusian brand is used by the Griffin Riders of Waterdeep. It keeps the rider stalwart, stoic, in the saddle at all times. The true saddle for any warrior.
I will trade you my friendship for that. I tell her.
I'll trade it. You can just have all my friends.
I'll give you one life-saving moment in exchange for that. I'll save your life 1 point at a later date. And also, we should hit up some health potions over here, guys. None of us heal at all.
My
The stipulation for taking commission
like a stone.
Yeah.
And put it into my
repairs
big
and
woman's.
and stop. Wait,
What do you put in that?
My saddle.
Why'd you do fire red?
a dozen
Yeah.
potions on the ship.
Because what?
For friendship?
And I said one life-saving moment later. I also have. I'm just a really big dude.
There's like just a montage of you saving somebody's life. It's not even her. It wasn't even me.
I gave you the credit. I said it was all her. We finished up. I said that was all. What's your character's name? Give all the credit to her.
I don't know these characters' names. It was in my bag. Suki. Yeah.
It's supposed to be history.
Okay, yeah.
Mine's just Row because I ripped off a boat. That's my last name too.
Versus
See it versus multiple about person.
It does.
It rhymes.
But then I know you're talking to me too because it's my last name. So never.
Oh my god. Her is the cat.
yeah.
That's why I just name all my characters by my own name. I just name all my characters.
Different first start. Cooley.
Yeah, okay. Would you call me? Oh, yeah, that's right here. Would you call me? Oh, yeah, that's right there. Would you call me? Oh, yeah, that's right there. Yeah, that wouldn't keep happening at all.
Cooley.
Right. So you got your saddle, an Andalusian original. It looks like it's sized for a horse, but it could be sized for a griffin.
Do I see any animals?
I mean, fish, birds.
No horses?
Fish in the sea. No. Well, I mean, there are horses around. But
That saddle's way too big for a horse. Like
no,
that's
it's not. It looks like it was designed possibly for a horse or a griffin. You're not quite sure. The griffin is roughly a little bit bigger than a horse.
way bigger. I thought.
Not way bigger.
That was like way bigger.
A griffin is the back end of a lion and the front end of a giant eagle. So roughly about the same size as a horse if you're going from the starting point being set by it.
Oh, it's a.
No, it's okay. I mean, it's a good question. This is
I
a
was watching-
fantasy game. Whose fantasy are you running with? Mine.
Mine.
So,
Mine.
right?
Okay.
Democratic fantasy being what it is.
How much is
I
the
want to
one?
play. I want to play a game of dice. I did not.
Who's this guy? What do we do?
What?
Who you dice?
So,
You already have a
you want to hit
saddle.
the tavern?
No,
and
no,
just
no,
get
no,
lit?
no. I'm gonna gamble for a horse.
Oh, okay.
Are we still
Yeah,
All right,
I'm
I'll get it.
I have 20
Yeah.
gold.
So, are you going to head to a stable, is what you said?
I'd also be looking for a flying engine.
Oh, in Mallory's Rest. Ooh. The closest is,
Or a collector of magical.
yeah, the closest Shit. So the closest thing to jeweler is the silver balls, and that's the pawnbroker.
Nice silver balls.
I heard that he's saying that. So
Yeah, can
There's multiple.
Can
There's
me and
multiple.
my
like,
grandma-
shacks.
MP is going after her.
Oh boy, yeah, I can imagine you would. All right.
Is there?
Would like to go to
How much does he want for the plus
MP
one
is following
Christmas saddle?
that.
So for the Christmas saddle, he looks at it and he says, honestly,
Yeah,
it's
but
the most gaudy thing I need to take it off my head.
My character's like in love with it. It's like, you know those people that love tacky things?
Yeah.
5 platinum, I'd just like to get my money back on it.
How much is platinum again?
10 gold apiece, so 50 gold is what he said.
Yeah.
I tell him I only have 25 gold. I'm a very poor, just like traveling fella.
I can't let you go for.
Would it meet at 40?
So he's probably like
Do you have 14?
Yeah.
I could-
So we just
I could
have,
keep up.
like,
I'm going 15 gold.
What have you got for sale? Some trade, something of value.
I got this potion of fire breath.
I'll do that. That's
It's
nice.
like straight across.
Wow.
The potion.
I'll need the 25.
Is that the gem shop guy?
Actually, he thinks about it for a moment. Then he thinks about the potion. Then he says, "I'll just take the potion."
Is that the silver balls?
No, this is the Ferrier who's got the saddles for sale.
Okay, so now I have my saddles plus one. charisma.
You have a saddle that gives you advantage on charisma rolls while you're riding on it.
Okay.
Partially because you look so good in it, and partially because it feels so good on your pants. You are headed for the Silvered Balls, which is a pawnbroker, the pawnbroker in Valorant Fest, and Gam Gam is okay. So not first shot. Okay. I was gonna say there's like 3 shacks that just have like their doors open and a bunch of shit out front, like a garage sale type of thing.
I begin to
I'm gonna go to the potion shop. What? No rush.
I'm
Throw
perusing
me
around,
investigation when you get back.
I can do that.
And
perusing
then-
around looking for like a headband.
So yeah,
What are you wearing right now?
I've given you the
I'm
flip.
wearing my Suki.
I've given you the flip.
Oh,
This,
so maybe
this
you
session.
just,
So
like,
all of this.
I pray. He's like,
Shut the front door, you shred, really? Oh,
See it?
all right. Oh, actually, I have record too.
The investigation.
So
Do
yeah,
that.
go ahead and do investigation. We're gonna say. We're not gonna say what. Never mind. Roll me
What do you feel?
investigation.
What do you feel?
And what is it that Gam Gam?
Anybody want to inspire that?
What are you after?
I want anything that's like naturally cute.
All right, and like with a 12, you can find a match. What up?
An MP inspector.
Is Impy not going for the silvered balls? Well, actually, that would be. Okay, so this is true.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, he could be there if he wants to do so. He can reveal himself.
You don't want to give me a coin flip?
No, I gave you an 8.
Okay, well, MP goes as a I'm distracted.
So Impy can give him the help and just literally give him an edge.
Do they happen to have it?
Which would be.
Wait, you already inspired him. Actually, you already inspired him.
Yeah,
you took my inspiration and you took hers.
So as far as finding
Have,
magicals,
like, a hearing aid that makes me be able to hear like.
I was gonna say there's you find literally that there's a stirrup, and the fellow says, I don't know how to explain this, but effectively, if you hang this off your ear, it will let you hear long distance clearly.
I like that. How far along is this?
And
120 feet?
down the streets, he says, as you look around yourself and look out the window down the streets a ways, and you look over at him and he says, yeah, down to the temple. And you look out again, and yeah, there's the temple of Crocus way down there.
120 feet?
Yeah, right.
Well, actually, I was gonna say
300 feet?
so. And effectively, he says, not whisper, but spoken. You know, if they whisper, it's not that true. You know here. You want to try?
Yeah.
He hands it towards you. It's like a little stirrup, and oddly enough, it just hooks onto the ear.
Solid.
It's like in Wild Wild West.
Cut. Yeah.
What?
You know, yeah, you can adjust it. It gives you a little bit of feedback. So yeah, literally, you step out of the street, and it's deafening almost at first. As you like cup your hand, and it doesn't make it better. You remove the thing, you slowly put it back on. You kind of feel like it just needs probably a tuning. But as you focus in on it that little bit, you find yourself able to focus on various people's. And for a brief moment, as they face towards you and are talking, you can immediately hear everything that's coming towards you before it fades away. No, it's just coming to her.
Is there anything here?
No, I'm working
No,
with
this is resonating.
Oh,
Yeah. So the stirrup is actually kind of shivering against your head as it's producing vibrations. Then the small bones, as it were.
How much was that? Oh,
So as you come back into the shop, unless because you're running off, but point being,
Grand just like booking it 1K a fucking hour.
If the flower be like this, like less flour, it will like bring all your
damn
dreams
it,
into
to that shit. How much is it?
he says it's going to be, you can let it go for 5 platinum.
Let me think about it. I'm gonna put it back.
He shows you next to the sandals with backwards footprints, the sandals of water walking, the sandals of the Saya, which are also sandals of water walking, and finally shows you playing cards that will turn into any face that you want them to. He says he wants about 50 gold for those. And finally, a magic wand that produces flowers of the end. But like they're real flowers. Yeah. And you can shoot them off too. So, like little fireworks and petals. And...
Again, I'm just gonna say, oh, let me think about it. I'm just gonna look around a bit more.
You guys didn't know it, right?
Yeah.
And meanwhile, you were looking around for fine jewelry. You were also looking around for that headband of intelligence. You find the periapt of finer education, which apparently is not the bandana of intelligence that you're looking for, but is in fact something that helps you focus on reading.
Hooked up bonus.
Basically, it lets you read and get a full rest at the same time.
You can do that anyways. You can read for 2 hours while you rest.
For a short rest, yes. But
No
you
longer.
can't.
So you read 2 hours and you have to. It's
Oh,
8
no,
hours.
that's true. Yeah, that's
You
true.
read
Yeah.
2 hours of stand up. Or
Yeah, it has to be
For
light activity. Yeah, a long rest doesn't have to be sleep. It could be like light activity. Like
you,
cooking, cleaning.
6 of it
max
has to be
is 2 hours.
six
The
of it
max-
has to be sleep. 2 hours is allowed to be.
Yeah.
I just read it.
For any character.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I know elves.
They have to take 4 hours and get them all through
Yeah,
too.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
great. That's great.
So,
Oh, that's fantastic.
where are we then? Sorry. Long and short, yeah.
She wanted more.
What was the headband?
Oh, I'm confused.
Oh, yeah, doing the thing there. Throw me sleight of hand for Impy as he's tooling about.
Oof, 9.
Not great.
No.
You guys in the shop hear some scratching of glass, and the fellow looks around. And let's see, actually, he's gonna go over towards where Impy is, and you can throw me Impy's dexterity save. I give him a +2.
Yeah, 12.
Okay. He manages to dodge easily out of the way, staying invisible in the moment, and interact with the interface and everything enough to cause himself to become.
Kind of wondering so he can
visible?
still feel like the wings in space.
Well, he actually, I was gonna say, probably crawls up the wall and gets out of the way. He's up in the rafters overhead. Doesn't want to, he's smart. He's a smart guy.
But if I touch
not
the
this-
thing, I'll just fall.
But the point being, well, he doesn't. It's not even touch. It's like specific interaction.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
As it were, though, yeah. So you find, like I said, the area after higher education. Apparently, it's popular with the kids in Candlekeep. He also has these pills that will also help you focus on reading. And you don't get a long rest while you're doing it. You really don't get any rest while you're doing it. No rest at all.
What
You can read lots.
does the headband do?
So yeah, literally, it'll let you read, like, basically it'll let you do light activity and have a long rest too. That's it. It lets you do whatever you want to do for the whole of the long rest as opposed to the 2 hours.
Someone
We're here for 8 hours.
And it's still a long rest.
Dear,
Yeah,
dear.
yeah, like literally, yeah. It
Yeah,
can't be
you have-
heavy
you have
activity.
8 hours.
Can't be anything exertive. You can't, you're going to assault.
Would these people?
No combat. You go fishing and shit.
Oh, okay. He can
Eating, reading,
Yeah, you can walk around.
meditating.
Do these people possibly have any boots?
They actually do have a bunch of different boots. They have a whole bit of boots.
A whole bin of boots?
We're like,
Do they have any wing? Do they have any winged boots?
Yes. You take them out. They're like wing boots that we have at home type wing boots. The wings are like just drooping off them. You gotta shake them. The wings will They're bat wings.
I like.
They look tattered. They look well loved. They've got a price tag of 2 gold.
I'll take these flying.
They are not your size. Or are they? What sizes, first of all?
I'm like 6 foot.
They are not your size.
So 0.
1. But I'm just gonna say it's not what size they are, and they're like size 9. And you're not size 9. Actually, you're a paw, so maybe technically you are like a size
Just
1.
pushes it in. My phone
Yes.
just
Fuck it.
It'll fit just like that.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't fly, but you know. I mean, I've got underwear that has a cape on it, so it doesn't make me that big.
Wing boot flies.
No. I'm saying they just have wings on them. They don't actually fly.
Oh.
Yeah, you bought them for 2 gold out of a bargain. They don't fly.
Oh.
You didn't buy P-wing boots. You bought winged boots. They're just shitty winged boots.
They just
Did
sad
you?
paired up of. Did you buy
Yeah,
anything?
take your shit.
So while I was in that shop and the workers like off doing something else, I would like to do a stealthy.
Whoa! Hey. Yeah.
Yeah, little- Yeah.
Sorry.
So I'd like to stealth and grab the earring piece and walk out.
Hey, throw it to him.
Can it? Could it be stealth instead?
If he gives you the help.
Oh.
Throw advantage.
12.
So you managed to grab the thing as the shopkeep looks over towards you, and as he's just about to look over towards you, Impy jumps in front of him and takes a quick slash towards his face. The old man gets carved across his left cheek as Impy grabs him around the neck by his tail and then fucks his face for a moment, just pumping away before jumping off them and runs for the door, realizes he can't open it, and then jumps up through the window, smashing out through the pane of glass.
For him?
The imp, yeah. With that, I'm assuming you make your escape.
Oh yeah, I would have made my escape.
100%. You disappear during that fucking chaos. As you guys are like, wow, what the fuck's gotten into Impy? And next thing you know, Gam Gam's gone. Where'd she go? I don't know.
I'll
Anyway.
find it.
No, of course not. You guys are doing whatever you're doing. You've actually got you're over by El Chapo at this point, trying on a new.
No, I potion shop. Great.
Yes, you wanted to, right? You turned on her pop here. You happen upon the river's edge at the outskirts of Mallory's Rest. There's not usually a river this close to town, but the waters are flowing down as they were. So you've got a specific tendril that there seems to be a boatman coming in a pond, and as you watch him come to a standstill, you see the landing bridge get stretched across, and a moment later, a fellow with a massive sack on his back that he's got like a kind of crisscross set of straps holding it to him steps off of the boat. As he does, you can hear the whole of that bag rattling away glass link on his back. Closes the distance upon you, and even from like however far away as he's closing the distance, you can not only smell the spices and weird aromas that are coming off that bag, but he himself, dressed in like a light blue tabard that's open all the way down, like he's got his shirt open and he's got the pork belly hanging out. He's got a big tattoo of an étoile, like a flaming sun, situated on his belly. And it just jiggles as he walks along, and he's got these sandals, the water walk that you just saw in the bargain bin a moment ago.
Chop his head off.
And quite literally, you can hear the flap, 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 flap of his sandals as he walks up, and the rattle, 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 clink, clink, clink of
Did
the
you
glass.
hear what he suggested?
I was busy dust wrapping the scene.
It was so good.
That said, though, the guy closes the distance on you guys. looking towards you with a cherub freckled face and curly hair that's coming out from under a big hood. So like your curls just like sprouting up. All like if you took your hair and went right to the front, that's this one.
Just looks like me.
No. Like if you took all your hair front forward. Yeah. And then
There's a big dude with the sunrise. This guy, I know it's my guy. I greet him. I'm like, hey, you look like you need a place. This is my town. I take him to my dad's ramen stop, and I toss him a place in the night. And food, because he's just getting in port, right?
That's cool.
So I just I butter him up. I'm like, he's big, I'm big, we're both flying big. Fuck yeah, chest bump, big. Dumb words, like minimum words, but friendship, like instantly.
Friendly retard word.
Like guy friends, you know? Truck? Yeah, bros. Yeah.
You know, we went out there and we tried to sport, but the other team just sported a lot harder. We gave it all we could, and we sported.
We just went and burned shit for a couple hours. We threw shit on the train tracks. Now we're best friends, dude.
Oh, that's not
Never.
so,
Bros.
as you bring him home, your father, what's your dad's name?
Shit.
Uh-oh.
You feel shame rush through you.
This is why you don't know what the secret ingredient to your fucking ramen is, kid. You don't even know your dad's name. Shit, man.
No.
Wasn't it just Goose?
No, he's a frog. He's a frog.
Huh?
That's hot.
No, it's not.
What was it?
I have no idea.
I don't think we
What
ever
was it then?
It's written down.
Your name.
It's Croc. My dad's name is Croc Frog.
That's a crap.
Croc Bro. Croc Bro.
Hmm?
Bro Croc? I'm gonna write this down. Where's my notes? Dad.
We'll call him.
Who's your daddy?
Should we call him Throw? Because I'm Ro. So Throw, Ro. And we make foe. Throw, Ro's foe.
His name's
Crow.
Crow.
And we
He's a
make
frog after all. Just to make it hard on everybody. Crow. That's his name. Crow. And he looks upon the fellow that you bring home and he says, Bento! Bento Musason, I would not expect to see you here. And they walks up to the big fellow and he watches that. You know, suck.
Ham frog. They didn't do the ham frog. Yeah. Hey, I get in on it too. I join it. I do it.
At which point, the big guy he takes the straps and he gives them a tug, and they undo. The whole bag falls off his back, rolls over and boink, just ends up bouncing for a moment as a roof sprouts out, a doorway grows into it, and a moment later it looks like a little mushroom of cloth and sacks and whatnot. And as a little rug rolls out from the doorway that sprouts into it, the door flips open, and Bento sits down for some ramen.
Are we with this guy?
You will be shortly. If you guys are finished up the pawn shop and whatnot, you guys can.
Is there anything else cool in the pawn shop that I like? That's cool.
I mean, it's bric-a-brac, otherwise there's an urn of ashes. Nobody specifically, just produces ashes.
Got any potions?
You bro.
You know what? There's a bargain bin of lots of old potions that may or may not have lost their efficacy. It's like basically a bargain bin of old medicine.
Are you given, like, I was saying, like, for the mission, you have to restock the ship with potions. Are you given that dozen potions on there?
That's who I'm talking to right now. That's who I'm talking to.
Yeah.
So in terms of like your
You take the mission, it was like, pay for payment, no, we need to restore health. We need
Right.
potions.
It'll be shit. I don't know if you guys have enough gold to like stock it with a dozen potions.
But
you know what?
It's part of the mission.
Okay, sorry.
It's
The
mission
road,
payments.
my apologies. The Tropus is financing you. There is going to be a dozen potions that are going to be shipped on. You know that that's him. You know that
Yeah.
that's on the order.
Okay, good.
What else do you guys think of that you want to take care of during this 4-day stint?
Wait, we are getting
Bro.
a dozen posts.
You're getting a dozen. We'll make them not superior. The one step down from superior.
I'd like to go to a little establishment called. I'd like to go to a little establishment called the Cat's Meow.
I mean, that's up to you.
Are we?
Sorry, you want to go to where the cat's meow?
Cat's Meow.
Is that you're saying this is the place in Melrose Rest?
Must be. It's a little tiny place.
I was about to say, if Gamma Dad goes with her, because cats meow. That is right out of the
It's actually not in Malaran's Rest, but it's somewhat close to Malaran's Rest. The way that this works, I mean, this is how you know the Black Circle. See, the Black Circle, they are known for logistics, travel. They're known for portals, and that's what their namesake lends to, the Black Circle, after all. Typically drawn out of inks, these portals lead all over, and they're a quick way to get where you need to be. Hence, the Black Circle has found themselves to be of value and service, of course, to many parties, and yourself included, gets to reap the rewards of this in the form of effectively one permanent portal that's situated nearby Mount Earthrise that leads you directly to Three Trees. It's just big enough for individuals to kind of hop through, as it were. Yay big, but it is a hole into another city. You totally missed yourself.
I was going to say, what have I been doing? I was going to say,
as I'm leaving, I asked the shopkeep to get word back to my father on the ship that we will be possibly in Three Trees. We'll send word if we arrive.
Yeah, that's fine. You lead the way. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say that I was just
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, did we go to
And MB was helping with a little bit of T-Ray doing what was needed. Is probably no longer welcome in the box. Well, Cam did.
Oh,
People who
I've
sell,
just been, I've been trying to contact
meditate and contact and make connection. That's fair. And then you're wrapped up with the saddle and
Are you coming with us? To the cat's meow.
No, I'm in my ramen shop. My dad.
that's true. You
I-
went to Bento.
So you guys have to find both of us.
Bento Musosen.
Well, you guys know where the ship is, and my father.
Oh, okay. When I wake up, I'll see through him here. So
Yeah, is he with us?
yeah, and he's following you guys.
So an old friend of your dad's, the apothecary fellow Bento Musosen.
Shit.
Where are we going up next town?
Okay, he can follow.
It's a
but
shop
I
open
can't
to you.
kind of telepathic
At a discount of 50%.
over
Okay.
So any of the potions that he has available. He has any uncommon
Like,
or rare potion.
or wrong.
Sometimes I'm known as a salad.
As you step through the portal, or step through the portal, one after the next, each of you find yourselves surrounded by the big city. Only a moment later, stepping out from the old, dilapidated, ruined building, wherein upon the other end of this portal is situated in a closet, just unassuming and forgotten for now going on 10 years. You find yourselves coming out of this old, dilapidated alleyway into the bright lights and beautiful sights of the big city as it sprawls away in all directions. The titular columns of the Three Trees, situated just so on the horizon,
I got a
spreading.
little gram and give her a little spin because she's sort of. It's like, shall we? And we hop and skip our way towards the.
That's fair. The camera pans again.
Yeah. She's holding onto my tail. I did it. My favorite costume to watch.
So,
And she's like, hold on.
Slightly jealous.
It's like, she's like,
hey, you go.
Slightly jealous of
Yeah.
the conversation. So I'm like, pick a card.
you're not with us.
Yeah, I am. I thought
You said you were. I thought you said you were staying in Three.
No, if he's with us,
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
you had your own thing you were doing.
Damn it.
Uh,
Yeah, I
right.
just want to use the cards.
Camera's gonna pan against you guys as you guys are doing so. You're entering into frame, coming into Three Trees as well. As
She's coming with us.
I thought you were, or
I
maybe.
thought Empty was. I thought you were somewhere
No,
else.
in the hours.
Okay.
What were you doing?
Well, Envy did the thing. Envy did the thing.
No,
No,
he's
Impy's with
Impy's
us, but,
hanging
like-
out.
Oh,
You went somewhere else.
That's it.
So did he.
What was I doing?
Well, that's what I was saying. You didn't wrap it because you were doing the meditation. You were
Oh,
talking. to
that's
your
what I'm doing. Okay.
Which I'll get to in like 2 seconds.
Okay, still
If
meditating.
you're still committed to
Still
that, that's
meditating. Yeah,
In that case, you guys head towards the. Does he need to go out? You guys head towards the Cat's Meow, and the Cat's Meow is a reputable little pub. That it's a 3-story affair. It's narrow and it's oddly shaped actually. with a slightly offset design, making it look a little curved, or if you like a contrapuntal cap. But with that said, it's a quiet night this evening as you guys arrive upon, and there's not too many patrons inside. Obviously, it's mostly Tabashi in this place, but there are quite a few other races that will show up there just fine. It's not like it's only Tabashi by any stretch. That said, though, again, it is a quiet night, so there's a couple folks. Again, most of them Tabashi, but there is an elf here, two Tabashi folk. The bartender is actually a half ogre fellow who also doubles as a bouncer right now because the last bouncer, well, he was the bouncer. The bartender's actually outside. So, point being, you guys then turn upon. Now, as the camera cuts to show you doing the meditation thing,
What would how would it like human devil be like? That kind of like a vampire.
I mean,
How would I meditate?
yeah,
How would I-
effectively, yeah.
How would I meditate?
Probably upside down with the cross arms. Not kidding.
That. Just hanging from a tree.
I mean,
I feel like
either
it's
way.
100% hanging from a tree.
The
Upside
Russian
down.
blood helps. But that said, as you're reaching out, you hear the low rumble come through as you do every time that you do this. The low rumble of he who powers and gives the strength that you flex upon those who would dare oppose you. But as the humming and thrumming comes through, there's something different about it. As you hear,
I have a leg to offer.
that's fine. But moreover, you hear an exhaling or a leaking air. No, it's
Yeah, what were you doing on the dock with the crew?
Well, I grabbed your leg so I can offer it to my
The
leg.
captain's leg?
No, your leg. So you got your leg chopped off,
Oh,
right?
that's the captain.
Oh, okay, I got the captain.
That's my dad. He's got a hook too.
Well, I got the legs.
Stole a leg.
there's a hiss
You're like a right.
amidst the thrum, the vibrations that you would see come forth with the voice of your god. But the hiss that comes along comes with a sheen, a river of scales, black and long, as it flows underneath you and coils about. And from its center, the center mass of this massive coil underneath you, you see a snake's head poke out from the center and look up directly at you with massive yellow eyes as it senses towards you with its tongue. And it's a smile as it does. It's huge. As it's continuing to river into itself, and the whole of all these scales just coils in all directions. It's like building mass up, and the head just coming up towards you from within the center of this coil, as it's slowly building a pile of itself to meet you. Hey.
Creating a plan.
As you do this and illuminate the two of you, you can see yourself in the reflection of its massive yellow eyes as it continues to just tongue the air as it's coming up towards you. Like I say, basically you're hitting like so, and this thing's just building itself up as a massive snake. And from the center, you see the poking head coming up towards you.
I'm just showing that I'm not intimidated. What?
Okay. As it comes up to meet you, and we get a side profile of you hanging, and this thing just, like I say, a massive pile of black scales. And as the head comes up
Spider-Man kiss?
to kind of come but like a half a foot from you, and it just senses and smells you for a moment, and it gives a smile, and it simply says, "Your chaos is the sort of champion that I did not expect to see here. But given that you speak to one, there's such potential." At which point you watch as he simply retracts himself back into himself, the coils just slowly ebbing, and a moment later he kind of falls apart, turning into pieces of black scales that are falling apart, and then a moment later black coins of slate and shale.
Yeah, I'm diving down.
As you jump down into them, you're immediately stricken by the sharp feel of the many shale pieces that cut upon your hands and feet. Roll me a dexterity.
Oh, 6.
Plus what you dexterity.
Yeah, I know, it's 4.
Damn.
My dex,
Unfortunately,
yeah.
with 9 points of damage, you land in basically a pile of broken glass rock.
Oh,
Oh shit.
oh, my dex is 0. Just pour.
Yeah.
Okay.
Roar some dad.
Oh, that's adorable.
Oh, yeah. Baby.
I just be like gray here.
It's perfectly suited to my Leo awesome self. How awesome I am, how amazingly perfect this cup is for how amazing it is. As we
Oh
were,
yeah, so I had a 4, not a 6. I have
okay, well, we're
I have
going it's still 9
0.
damage. As you land in a pile of broken glass and shale and hold it up and think to yourself, is this worth money?
Yes.
Possibly.
I keep swimming.
That's what, oh.
Yeah.
Alright, this hurts me more than it hurts you. Another 9 damage.
So
Impy walks in.
But do I get anything?
Impies with us and
Like, really
I
cut up.
don't grab anything.
Impies with us and
Like, this is no, you can pick it all up, yeah.
Yeah.
You said
so
you
how
keep
many?
swimming.
Yeah. How many coins do I get?
Okay, you're gonna bag this shit, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's not coins, it's like pieces of
Yeah, but
like slate
you
glass.
said it turned into coins.
Coins of slate glass.
Oh.
Yeah,
Fuck.
that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
There's
sorry.
no money,
I
it's-
thought it was
No, like all the scales of the steak just basically fell away into a pile of broken
Okay.
steak.
I thought it was like a mystical thing that it turned into money. So I'm like, hell yeah.
Unfortunately, he's not a Chinese guy.
Yeah.
Fortune be upon you. So,
So yeah, there is a
total
Soupy
misunderstanding.
is-
You can
no,
forego
Soupy
the.
is dumbass.
You can
That's
forego.
right. I think she would have done that in general.
I mean, maybe the first one. I shocked the second 9 damage. Yeah, you can have 9 health back.
No,
just
no,
let
no,
him-
no.
you just let him Because you wouldn't swim in it if you didn't get the gold. You thought you were getting gold.
Well, I was gonna jump in to try and kill the beast. So before he said that, that was my first instinct. I was gonna jump in and try and kill it. So I sucked it down.
Fair. All right. That said, though, we are.
I'm in my dad's ramen shop. It's
Right.
you mentioned a door. I don't think. Or
No. He's got his shop set up. And the door's open. And he's selling some ramen. And after the ramen, basically, you have the run of the shop, 50% discount, and he's got any rare potion.
I realized. Oh, you said we're getting 12. What kind of healing potions are we getting?
Step down from superior. Great.
Greater.
Oh,
Three
what does that
each.
mean?
We're each getting.
You guys are getting 3 greater healing potions apiece.
We all
courtesy of
do?
Crocus. You will be getting it when you go on mission. You don't have to.
Oh.
So I realizing that now would not have been here if I just realized that now. But I'm here now. So instead, my character gets really drunk with my dad and him, and we have a bonding night. Maybe he might release his secret suit. Instead, it's a bonding night for my character. It's growth development before he sets out on his big adventure.
Roll me religion, I guess. Meanwhile, you guys at the Cat's Meow settle in, and
Stop being drunk.
Well, I got 4.
at one point he says, "The secret is," and you're like, "Yeah." And he's got to discover it on his own. Anyhow, so it shows you guys at the Cat's Meow enjoying a classy drink. There's an exotic dancer, not a healer, but like literally the exotic. They're felines and feathers and stuff. They're doing, what do they call it? Cabaret dancers now. Cabaret stuff.
Relax. Yeah.
Yeah, so they're doing a kind of lightweight thing. There's only like 3 performers that are doing it, but
Are they all vaccine or something?
yeah, these ones are all from Ashley.
There's a lot of it.
The patrons are, but the performers are all, it's the Cat's Meow. You put an elf up there, people are like, hey. But long and short, yeah, you guys ordered food, had food. At this point, are enjoying just like an after drink and probably feeling the effects of all the travel and doings and whatnot.
Do I see anyone I know?
And yes, as a matter of fact, you happen to see a couple old contacts that are just hanging out. The bartender / bouncer you know of, his name is we'll call him Grayman, because he's known as just a big Grayman. So you have today, right? First time I've actually used it.
Raymond.
And this was at the castle. And 3 trees.
What's the bouncer's name?
Grayman. Grayman Matas. And then the other contact is another fellow Tabashi.
What if you want to take?
Yeah.
How much?
Half price, whatever book value is. Oh, is it uncommon or rare?
It's uncommon.
It's uncommon. So there's what's it? 150 apiece. Sorry. The other fellow that you meet is a mover and shaker by the name of Lu. Shit, no, I had a name in mind. Yeah. Another fellow who is. Sorry, I'm trying to come up with a name and then just got another name stuck in my head. Rickard, who works for Callahan. If you remember a Callahan of the Black Circle in Three Trees, Rickard is Tabashi who was raised by humans, initially as their pet, before they realized that it was Tabashi.
It's outgrowing the box.
But Rickard Flyper, changed his name later on, is a logistics expert who works for the Black Circle and gets things from point A to point B, including people or things.
I bring my friend over and sit down and start chatting. Saying hello. Hello.
He's good to. He's pleased to see you. Remembers you from years ago when you guys both did whatever you might have done, moving, shaking things around the Farseas. But as sits down and introduces himself to Gam and yourself, catches up with you. You learn quite a lot about what's been going on along the short scale of the Black Circle. We're working together. The Civ have gone underground and haven't been seen or heard from since, but apparently still communicating somehow, some way through the Black Circle and other channels.
I show him the diagram of what we were building over the course of it.
He says that they had heard of this. The Black Circle hasn't been involved with it, and that the Imperials are mostly to do with these efforts. They're an effort to civilize the swamps, and he gives a laugh at this.
And I let him know that I said the best information for last.
We have Jar Jar Binks.
None of the moment. I can't bring myself to do it.
What's his name?
So this is Rickard Wyvern.
And Rickard said the best information for last. Our ship has become.
He gives a nod at this and looks at you and says, and asks how your father is okay with that.
Well, he needs to be a little more careful not to get things on his leg.
To which he says he's sorry for that. And to give your father his best. Bless
He's
you.
a tough one.
With that said, you guys waxed on about whatever small talk and etc. Did you have any other questions for him?
Ask him what work there might be.
He says the Black Circle has all sorts of different jobs, but nothing necessarily for a boatman. You're meowing on the wrong tree.
What about a couple of
I
robes?
come up with my gold platinum pendant.
You're in a
This is
different.
the best shop.
The best job?
Yeah. Best hiring riskiest shop.
Are you with us?
Yeah.
Are you now? Like you were saying that
I thought you were not.
MP was going with them. And you're
MP's with me.
Oh, I thought
You guys are still. You guys are in a completely different town.
Damn
So you gotta remember that.
There were 3 little portholes.
it.
What kind of business do you have the two devilish robes?
To which he gives a nod at this and says, "You're coming onto Mallory's Rest. You know.
We'll be returning there soon. Our friends are still there.
As a boatman, if you are coming to Mallory's Rest, perhaps we can find you some connection. I might have something coming through if you are willing to make a shipment up. 2 or 3 trees.
Should not be a problem.
Then we have an import.
What kind of cargo are we talking? What kind of payment are we expecting?
You see, this is it's not static. It's people.
What
People that is a scale would rather not have the Imperials of the coast they have. So how are your relations with the Imperials?
They are fairly friendly. We have a good relationship.
That may be a problem then. Or if they inspect upon these guests of yours, even if they are scale celebrities, you will no longer have friends in the Imperials. So you will be smuggling, is what I'm telling.
They don't have to take too close a look. We get chit-chatting and have a drink.
I will trust you. This is your risk, as much as my risk. Although you are more at risk, because they will be at risk.
How many
But these are
people?
important.
How many people are we talking?
All of 4.
Just 4.
There is a, yes, there are 4 members to be taken upon.
No fat ones.
Well, there is a, the shaman is a corpusculate, I have to admit. And the soldier is, the soldiers themselves, they're quite robust lizards.
Are they necessarily good?
I would say so. They are bodyguards to the shaman. The shaman, you may have heard of him as a celebrity of sorts.
We
Karsak.
It would be easier to traveling with 2 is easier than traveling with 4.
He gives the
We
nod
could
to
give.
this.
We could give. I have a giant idiot and a couple of other good friends.
I am not able to make these negotiations,
Yes.
my friend. The truth is that Karsak will.
She is deadlier than she looks. She'll cut your nuts off before you know.
Oh,
But
my
you
nuts
will
feel quite cut. It's just looking at that.
Flower.
So that came out incorrectly. The point is, ultimately, they will ride with him. They are his protection. They are his entourage. If you can manage this, then you have a job. A very lucrative opportunity.
We have some bookshelves. We could probably stash them in quite easily.
Karsak is not picky. He is a pious frog.
Give us the location information where we'll get stuff.
Karsak will arrive in Malarin's Rest on the morrow, I should think. He thinks about this for a moment, counts off a couple days on his fingers, checks his pants to count one more, and then says yes.
And of course, what will the payment be?
Once you arrive in 3 trees, you can expect 10 platinum. That's 100 gold towards your vessel. And we will even see him a bonus if they if they leave a good review. 5 stars. 5 stars.
And perhaps we should be taking 20% to get us so that we can find our way through the docks without problem.
Ah, I see. For the bribes. Well, don't park the docks. You simply do not have to go to the docks. Although,
The benefit
Once
of
you
air
arrive-
means we can land it.
once you arrive in 3 trees, it will not be a problem.
Indeed.
The Imperials, they are not in Nika's Rest or 3 trees.
Sounds wonderful. Shall we drink?
He gives a nod at this as the camera pans out the window and a bottle shows up on the table, just clacks down, and a moment later. A couple clinking glasses, and he watches the shimmer of fluids being poured into glasses again as the camera continues to pull back out, and we see from up high the whole of the Farseas expanding and stretching away into the distance. And the camera cuts.
Okay,
Where are you currently? You are
I'm
meditating
meditating,
and was
happy.
having a religious
Yeah,
experience.
and I gave him a lick.
You did.
Okay,
so
so you know who
after the
Mike is, right?
snake comes and goes, your god flares up out of the floor, and you have a rather average meeting afterwards, where you offer the leg. He says, "Great."
You run down to.
Okay.
I didn't think I missed
What was the name of the first one?
Sorry, which first one?
Who were we grabbing?
Wait,
Oh, I'm just asking
When were we transporting?
you are transporting Karsak and his entourage.
The car sack to 3 trees.
Okay, so Grandma's supposed to. I'm just meditating myself. Oh, and in peace with them as well too.
Yeah, so MP's doing what
But
he might be doing.
he's so far away. I told him to go help him.
Oh, MP's
yeah,
he's
so
doing
we
great.
don't have any telepathic connection because he's his own.
Yeah. He's doing fine. You guys haven't seen him,
Oh yeah.
but he's doing fine. Actually,
Well,
there's
they
a
know. They know.
mid-credit scene.
Because what if he like?
Can we stop at a quick shop on the way back to 3 trees?
Uh,
I think totally yes.
Oh yeah,
I
we gotta
was
cut.
gonna say,
We're drinking, gotta guess.
yeah, you guys are long resting from here on
We're
out. The
mean
meditation's a
people.
lot fast. And,
But today, did Moloch respond back?
oh yeah. I was gonna say, after the chance encounter with the snake, you have a rather average meeting with Moloch without any issue. But you still feel weird that you had whatever meeting before you had your meeting.
Okay, so I saw him like drowning in the water. Like how much damage did I get jumping into the water?
No, you're not drowning.
Right?
You're not drowning right now.
How was Mullet after the jumping into the water?
Moloch was here while you were meditating.
Okay,
So-
yeah, but I did just like jump into the water.
Not now. No. There's no water nearby you. You were meditating hanging upside down, remember?
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. How did I get out of the water with no damage?
Last session?
No, just recently. I think there's a snake. And I
Oh, you
jumped-
weren't in the water. You jumped into the pile of glass that you turned into.
Okay,
You
well,
turned into a pile of glass and you took 9 damage from that.
yeah. I thought it was coins, and I thought it was.
So that's what happened.
So I'm an idiot. Okay.
It was a momentary thing. Could happen to the best of us.
Okay.
I was gonna say, there's a mid-credit scene where it goes "Viva Las Vegas" and it shows Impy like all over the place into the Caspian, and he's up on a rooftop smoking cigars. It shows like a bunch of drow and this fat guy. Yeah.
And
And
he
it
just
shows
like,
him at the craps table. He's rolling. Whatever.
but he
Yeah,
also
yeah,
knows
someone
that
was
like
like,
Mama's.
Private show.
There are
I was gonna
baths
get her.
and massage parlors.
Well, the cat's meow seems like a kind of place that has a few.
Actually, you know what? The Caspian is known for its massages.
Yeah.
This is
Got
the
it.
best
Meeting.
meetings.
At the end of all this, he went and stole some band-aids.
Good place to find
Mama's
pussy.
gonna need them.
I mean, every day.
Yeah.
With that said, everybody takes 500 experience,
So,
and you are at this point. Where were you situated? Yeah, you're still at the ramen shop, having finished with your potions, and you're long resting as a result.
I didn't. Did I buy any potions? Did I buy stuff?
I thought you did, but 2 water breathing potions, 150 apiece.
150
Are you
gold.
sure you don't want to go 600 XP?
I don't have that much gold.
Oh, is that level up?
Except
Yeah,
I
you
have
guys can have
a
another.
whole 70
do
gold.
we get to level up?
Yeah.
Oh, really? They'll give you 1 of the potions for 70.
Yeah.
What? Being
One.
friends with my dad.
They'll give you 1 for 50. You
Lifelong.
can keep $20. There you go.
Sure.
He says
And-
this one's on the verge of expiring.
Just hanging out at the
Fine.
cat's meow.
Does it
Cat's
roll
alone.
That's what I said. Yeah, you'll get long rest. Costs you 2 silver to stay there.
No, I just translated twice to 120.
Let's see what you got. Well, I want to see how it's. Okay.
And with that,
Okay.
Brady, would you like? Would you hate? What was your preference, please?
What?
Would you like the least? Would you like the
Oh my god,
most?
if it
What's
goes
your
down
name?
to one more, that'd be hilarious.
I really
It's
liked
gonna be a
the Basin. It was a really good campaign.
19.
All of it. Good storyline, good story development. It wasn't like a battle or anything. It was just a whole lot of like fun talk and shit. And like roaming around,
Yeah.
discovering the cat's meow and finding a way to 3 trees. Getting a job with the fucking black circles.
The black
Telling them that we've
are
got like a
like the
station.
huge mafia.
Repairing the ship after it got sunk.
And you guys gain a level.
Yeah.
We gain a level?
You gain a level.
Yeah.
Level 4, baby. I'm sorry that
No, that's fine. Shit.
the game is fantastic. Usually I have all my notes and pay attention.
It's all good. I was gonna say, Andrew, would you like? Would you hate? Was resist?
Oh, I said like
Yeah, right. Rebecca, would you like? Resist?
Yeah, I liked all of the roaming around, doing random shit, and going to the cat's meow. Definitely like the museum.
It's been a while since you were at the bars and clubs.
No, right.
All in due course, I guess. Gotta make those revisits.
But I don't think I have a membership this time around.
No, not quite. No. Wasn't it Nick's Rest too? I think it was Nick. Was it Nick's Rest or 3 Trees? I can't remember.
I think it might be fun.
Yeah, you know what? Actually, it was. You guys should
Anywhere
go.
we went to check it.
Fair. Fair.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Get all the extras.
And would you like to do these?
Oh, it was fantastic. I'm just sorry that I was not in the
Distracted,
game.
fair.
Yeah, I'm so sorry about that.
There you go.
Everything was fantastic.
Shut up, Hans. Shut up. I like
I
getting
like
through.
tossing chocolates.
There you go. I like enjoying the story, I like developing it, a good time doing that. I like the intro with blowing you guys away instead of like an epic combat. It's like a bunch of roleplay, discovering things, detecting and figuring.
I do have a question. Did we get in shit for dad and son dying?
Well, yeah, that's what Krobus was saying, is that his partner, if you notice, his partner's not around. His partner has been making himself scarce and doesn't want to have anything to do with it, it seems.
Okay.
That's what I would say. No, Carciano, if you remember. There's Krobus's partner, Carciano Foxman, who's upset. And anyway, with that all in the bag, I look forward to the next session. It's probably the last one of this stretch. And then if you guys want to keep the same characters, we'll probably just do a time jump and we can crank them up level, but we'll figure that out.
Wait, what?
Just what I said. Basically, like, these are all short form stories, right?
So,
He's prepping us for a big boss or big thing next session, and next session we're gonna either die, or this will be a time jump, or get ready to die.
prep another character.
No, not necessarily.
No.
We'll figure it out as we get there. In the meantime, for those who play the home game,
Well, for
see you next easy time. Same easy channel. May your 20s always 9 on 20. Have a good night.